Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody can hear me. If y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up and we will continue on. Had a little trouble getting on last night with the voice, but we're on Rob, so I want to make sure everybody can hear me. So at least one thumbs up is all I need. All right, there we go. All right. Okay, they can hear me. Great. Well, I might as well turn my face on. I ain't got nothing better to do. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I'm pretty sure that a lot of y'all were over at Rob's all weekend, and I know I was. Yeah, I will go through our list of chatters and welcome everybody. It's always great having you. Professor Falcon, James Shepard, Diana Teeny, Cindy Fuller Stevens, Sheridan Steinspring, Red, Cool Gamer, Meemaw Patriot. Hello. Kiss Off, Annette Graff. Let's see. A deaf man could hear me. Okay, good. You read me loud and clear. Anyway, I hope everybody had a good Monday, considering it is Monday. Time, hello. Chris Gilbert, hello. Yeah, I guess we had a fellow creator pass away. This morning I got a text. I guess they're going to be doing a tribute to him. Prepping is this evening when he goes on. Hey, Rocksteady. It was North Shore Preparedness. I didn't ever go to his show, but I knew who he was. I knew he'd been over on Prepping a couple times. Didn't really know the man, but I guess he passed away sometime over the weekend. So it's sad, but there's nothing we can do about it. Just part of life, I guess. Well, like I always tell my family members, we've come to a point in our lives where we get to an age where life stops giving and starts taking. There's not a whole hell of a lot we can do about it. It's sad, but there's nothing we can do. Nothing. Anyway, Patrick Kelly, hello. So hopefully everybody had a wonderful day. Yeah, nobody's promised tomorrow. That's correct. Discernment Files. So only today's. If you wake up and you see the light shining, that's a good day. Enjoy it. We never know when it's our last. That's why, me and Rob both have been pushing, enjoy your holidays, enjoy your days. Don't let the politics and the bullshit get in the way of real life. Cheers back to you, Patrick Kelly. Cheers back to you. DC Bees, how you doing? If you save, that's 120 years. Yeah. Yeah, that would be a nice day. That's for sure. Nice couple days in there. Yeah. Going to check again. If you didn't get it, I'll go ahead and send it again. Hang on. I know I sent it. There it is again. So anyway, Becky Justice, hello. Make sure I didn't miss anybody there while I was doing that again. Yeah, DCBs, yeah. Didn't he live several hundred years though? Trend is getting fidgety. Well, I sent it again, so better put my eyeballs on so I quit squinting. Better clean them first, or I'll still be squinting through spots. Anyway, I got a little bit of headline news, not a whole hell of a lot. Yeah, I just had a little cold there for a couple days. Wasn't nothing major. There she is. Hey, Dorinda. It looks like you got your new. It looks like you got your new camera up. Yep. Anyway, it's Nobody G. Hello. Yeah, it's a long time to walk in the desert, but then he did a lot more after he got past the desert and got across the Red Sea. So, yeah, he lived a long, healthy life. Yeah, so that's I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened to a lot of that living that long, and it was called petroleum drugs back in 1928 when they started that shit with the Rothschilds. They weren't even doctors and took over the medical field and said all this natural practice was witchcraft and started burning anybody that could fix somebody. They called them witches, or it was witchcraft. And so anyway, it was kind of wild, but yeah, you just need your shoes to quit wearing out. Maybe go to Boots, some Justin rope ups, lace ups or something. I used to have a pair of Justin lace ups I could play basketball in as good as anybody in basketball shoes. They lasted me a couple of years each pair. So you think, man, 120, 30 bucks is a lot for a pair of boots, but hell, I buy shoes now, slip-ons, and hell, they're 130 bucks anymore. Quakery. Yes, devil dog. Yeah, Kellogg was one of them clowns back then too, Professor Falcon. You are correct. Brenda, how you liking your new camera? I can't hear you, girl. Something happened. We can't hear you. I don't see that you're muted. No, I can't. Let me check my side too. No, you're good over here. You may have to jump out and jump back in. I had to do that over at Rob's yesterday several times. Well, we heard it at first, so it's probably just kicking. She may have a mic in that new camera, and you got to make sure and turn that mic part off and go back to your original mic. See, that's something new I hadn't heard, Becky Justice. I didn't know that there was Enoch and Noah were related. That's interesting to learn. Yeah, more than one mic can fight bad. Mine has a mic in my camera, and it made me sound like I was talking to a damn cardboard box. So I turned it off, went back to my original camera, or my original mic on my computer. So anyway, yeah, Cindy Fuller, I hope I said hello to you. I remember seeing you earlier, so I'm sure I did. I'm hoping I did. Here in a second, we will get to the headline news. We'll run down through. I've been watching a lot of the crap that was put out over the weekend. Some of it was old, some of it was new, but I'm thinking most of it was probably from Friday because I'm pretty sure that there wasn't anybody around the state capitol over the weekend. Hey, Obi. So, pretty sure there wasn't nobody up there. So we'll jump over here and run through some of these headlines real quick. The first one is Rand Paul. Rand Paul's annual Festivus report. $482,276,543,907 in government waste, which was in this omnibus bill. Q City lady, hello. And he goes on a rant about it's the most idiotic items too, you know, that's just all waste. There's a reason they jump into all them idiotic crap is because that's the way they launder their damn money, in my opinion. Elon Musk's Twitter files reveal CIA, other security state involvement, and free market censorship. So anybody has a free market, which is pretty much anybody, they've been censoring. Here's a lovely one we'll all enjoy. Hollywood lost more than $500 billion in market value in 2022. Oh, and here we go. Whoopi Goldberg's back in the news. Isn't this a lovely thought? Hey, Bird Truth. Been a few days. Yes, I had a great Christmas. I hope you also. Whoopi Goldberg doubles down on claim the Holocaust wasn't racial. She says it's a white-on-white violence. Why does she even open her mouth? She's like Maxine Waters. No sense of even opening that big old trap. All it is a big old flycatcher. It spews a lot of shit out, I know that. TJ Katz, hello. Wow, children's Tylenol's $80 a bottle? From where? Wow, that's ridiculous. Oh, here's a love story. Kinda. Not really. Migrants spend frigid Christmas morning on El Paso streets. Not to be mean, I hate to see that, you know, as a lady holding her son under some blankets there on the street. But you also got to remember back, you know, we didn't make them come up here. They come from a warm place. Yeah, Bear Truth. Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg was awesome as long as she just was an actress. You know, she played that nun thing. That was fun. That was a lot of fun to watch. But yeah, once she hit the View, her true colors come out. She thought she was somebody. Yeah, she's playing her part. Whoopi. Jerry Hella. Yeah, these people probably should rethink coming up here, especially this time of year. Even far south, it gets kind of chilly at times. You know, a couple years ago in March, they had that snowmageddon. It went a long way down there too. Knocked out good southern part of Texas. So Oh, here's another lovely for y'all. Now, let me read this chat here. Joe Biden skips NORAD Santa tracker phone calls with children after viral "Let's Go Brandon" moment. You know, the presidents always do that NORAD phone call with Santa and talks to the children, you know. He skips it. But you remember last year, you know, that didn't go so well for him. I guess there was a Florida sheriff's deputy shot, killed on Christmas Eve. That's a shame. And then we got about King Charles talking about his first Christmas address, whatever. And Queen Elizabeth says, back in hers, or remembering hers, is Christianity, tradition, goodwill, remembering 65 years of the Queen's Christmas speeches. She was anything but Christian. I'm sorry. In my eyes. Yeah. Yep, Professor Falcon, that's probably correct. And Michael Moore's face is back out on the big screen again. Him showing his stupid wisdom he's got. Republican infighting, proof that there is a God in heaven, he says. Really? He needs to go look in the mirror before he says shit like that on national television. Anyway, hey Jim, how you doing? Sorry I missed you. So anyway, here's one. It's a little late, but they just come out today. There was a poll taken. Majority of Americans feel people have forgotten the real meaning of Christmas. And it shows baby Jesus in the manger with, looks like a couple fellows, and must be when they was bringing the gifts to him. So, yeah, Jim, I had good rest. Thank you for asking. Anyway, that looks like about it in the headlines for anything that might be interesting. I did see something earlier when I was running down through it. I was going to see if I can find it. I don't know where it was. Hang on. Oh, on part of Rand Paul's rant where he was going off about all this $482 billion of wasteful spending, $3 million to watch hamsters fight on steroids. That was one part of it. 2.1 million to tell Ethiopians to wear shoes. I think he put it across the loudspeaker one time and they'd pretty much get the hint. Then it goes on to say that 4 power substations attacked in Washington, D.C. Well, it says Washington, so I don't know if that's D.C. or Washington State. Holiday sales are up 7.6% in 2022, but it was outpaced by 8.5% inflation, Biden inflation. Somebody is blowing me up. Hang on, guys. Let's see. Yeah, I know that's right. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Where was I? Talked about 34 people dead. Widespread blackouts continue due to this winter blast. And then there's another little piece here. America last. U.S. aid to Ukraine eclipses most world military budgets. That's pretty sad when we're sending more money across seas to help them than we spend on our own budget. Hello, Dorinda. Can you hear us now? Can you hear me now? We still can't hear you, girl. Go back to your old camera. No, I can't hear you either way. Go back to your old camera for right now, and then maybe tomorrow we can get on the phone and we'll walk through it. Poor girl's having a hell of a time with their new equipment. Let's see. I think I was. There's two more. China's largest incursion yet into Taiwan air defense zone. And China did warn Taiwan and the United States with a healthy warning that don't stop what they're doing, whatever that should be. And then one more, it says, party's over, CNN to limit alcohol for the employees on NWE or NYE. Why? That ain't going to stop their failure. It's been a downhill spiral ever since the 2020 elections. Kaiser Sose, how are you doing? Hick Gal, how you doing? I think I said hi to Harvest Mary Moon, but if I didn't, hello. Well, I think they did. Well, right now they're fighting over Title 42. If Title 42 gets upheld, it'll shoot that whole omnibus bill down. From what I was hearing today. So I'm hoping Title 42 will withstand. Sharon Mercer, hello. Jerry Lee, hello. Hopefully that bill will stand and not get taken down. Damn gnats. And kill that whole damn omnibus. There ain't no sense in spending that kind of money when 2/3 of it's going across seas to somebody else. We could use that money right here at home. Anyway. Yeah, DCBs, yeah, that's something to pray for right there. Because that's in that omnibus bill that all this money, there's a lot of money allocated for these people coming over. Hang on, Bear Truth. I'll go back up and look. Texas did call the National Guard out to help them. All the money that's in that omnibus, Kaiser, not a dime of it goes for border protection. It's to pay the Border Patrol how to become nurses and nannies and translators, basically, is all it's for. Nothing for the wall to be built, nothing. Texas has put up $1 billion. They're getting approvals, working on getting approvals now from the landowners to go ahead and finish them walls. Whether the federal government likes it or not. Well, that's Texas land. They can do what the hell they want as long as they got approval from their ranchers. And if they don't get approval from the ranchers, you might want to look into their background because apparently they're allowing them through for something. Or they've got land on the other side, but give it a one-way lock, where they can get in and out. Because there's a lot of people that own land on both sides of that border. Lots of people. There's even some Spanish people that own land on the American side. Not as much. And it's very, very select few. But there's a lot of Americans that own land right across the border. They have bought from these some of the people in Mexico. And they run cattle on both. Which probably ain't a safe idea right now with all these people coming up and they're hungry. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I know that Texas is doing it. I know Arizona's still pretty lackey. Got some holes in it. But yeah, they seal up Texas, and they're going to move over to New Mexico and Arizona to come up through. They got marching orders. They know where to go through at. They're told way long before time where to go. So that's how they know which path to take. Some of them avoid the cartel. Some of them are in with the cartel. Some of them just use coyotes. They've got all kinds of paths. These are the ones with cartels or carrying and smuggling. Hey, White Earp. Remember the Alamo. Yeah, Navy vet, 103. That is true. You realize the Americans lost the Alamo. Hey.
Hello.
Hey, we can hear you. Yeah, apparently your camera has got a mic in it. And you have to turn that mic off and go to it's on. And they're counteracting each other. You're going to have to turn your audio off of your camera and go back to your original audio, which is on your computer. That's what I had to do.
Well, there seemingly is a microphone on the new camera.
Yep.
It's just not working.
Well, it's canceling. Well, the two are canceling each other out.
And the new headset supposed to have a mic on it. I couldn't get it to work either.
Yeah, they're all canceling each other out. You got to turn them all off and pick which one you're going to use.
I disconnected the new camera and put the old camera in, and played the there.
Right.
Hello, everyone. Sorry about that, folks. It's just me being me.
Well, I had the same issue. I had the same issue when I first got my new camera too, because my other one had quit. So the one that built into my laptop had quit on me.
Yeah. Well, I even yelled upstairs and said, "Sam, is there a microphone on this new computer?" And she goes, "Yeah." Well, it ain't fucking working. Then I had to. She hid the other camera, so I had to find it. Oh, fuck.
Right.
Yeah, it is Monday, Hick gal. It is Monday, and I should just leave it alone as it's just fucking Monday. Oh, sorry, Shane.
It's all good. Yeah, it's been a long Monday, that's for sure. Luckily, most of mine have been pretty quiet. So
we had a really good meal at my sister-in-law's house.
Cool.
My husband's dad's girlfriend's daughter's house. Put it that way.
All righty then.
And a few months after she died, he was just tired and said it was time for him to go too. So he left too.
Yep. I seen somebody, Hit Girl, Hit Gal. How are you doing?
Yes, nobody G, it is at times.
Yep.
In the 90s, I was good on the computer. I could do anything I wanted to do on the computer. Yeah, now,
Yep.
Hello, Justin TV News. Has Lisa Anderson been in chat tonight, Shane?
I don't remember seeing her. No.
Okay. If you do, it was her
Yes.
birthday yesterday as well as Becky's. So,
Okay. Becky Justice is in here.
yeah, well, I wish Becky Justice happy birthday on her birthday the day before. I really don't think she needs me to wish her happy birthday again. But again,
Right.
happy birthday, Becky Justice. I got you 3 times now, girl. I'm good for a year.
There you go. Justin, it was great. Thank you for asking. How was yours?
How you feeling today, Shane?
Good. Good. Like I said, it
Yeah.
was a typical Monday, but pretty good.
So, if anybody
But-
sees Lisa Anderson anywhere, please wish her a belated happy birthday from me, please. There. Now I'll
She
feel
may
better.
be in before the night's up. I haven't got to see her in a couple days, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. She's
She been-
hiding. That's like Michael Gale. Michael Gale has been hiding since the 20th.
Yeah, I haven't seen him either.
And it was his birthday on the 20th. So if I see Michael Gale, I'll be yelling too. And I've got
Justin, that's
tomorrow's
cool.
birthday. I got tomorrow's birthday and the next day's birthday already down pat. I'm cool.
Good. Justin, that's cool. You got a new Chromebook. That's awesome. Glad to hear that. It's
What's
a nice gift.
Chromebook?
It's a laptop.
Oh, okay.
They're supposed to be pretty dang nice.
Ah. Yeah, probably Navy vet, flash flood, flat, blah, 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 blah. Flash flooding in some places. I hear our weather is going to get warmer by the end of the week, like up in the above zeros. So that's kind of weird for December, but we'll see.
Red, yes and yes. I remember both of that. Ladies and gentlemen, 113 people in here, 112 people in here, and 57 likes. Can we get up to 100, please?
That'd be awesome. We'd really, 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 really appreciate it, guys. Come on, slap that like button. It's free.
That would be
Shane, you were
wonderful.
talking.
It's all good. Yeah, Roland, that's pretty chilly. We're supposed to get up to 60 degrees tomorrow, and it's supposed to be 60 every day after that for a while. Yeah, what Navy Vet says. Please click that thumbs up. Would be mostly appreciated. Like I said,
We're like
after a weekend we've had, and
we're like -2, -3, I think today. Not too bad. But
yeah, we
it
didn't.
was still snowing earlier.
Yeah, we didn't get into the negatives here. We just did for a little bit. So, we'd had 2 days. It was pretty chilly. And other than that, we started warming back up, which is good. Yeah, 60s the rest of the week sounds. At first, it was just 2 days of 60s. Then it dropped down into 50s again. But now they're saying all through the week supposed to be, through the rest of the week, supposed to be 60s. So that is
Nice.
yeah, that's a blessing. I'm not going to
Hello,
complain.
are you at home yet? Or are you still in Ottawa? Probably at home.
Gigi, hello.
Hello,
Pappy Two
Pappy.
Bears. You'll be happy with the 40s, yeah. After them 2 freezing days, yeah, I was too.
And Gigi, I'm really glad your granddaughter loved her picture. It was awesome. Ah.
Yeah, it's always good to see everybody in here, and I sure appreciate y'all very much. So, like I said, if it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't have this show. We'd be all scattered to the wind.
Hello. Sorry,
Yeah,
Shane.
we'd all be scattered to the wind.
I got excited.
Yeah, you have to learn how to use your typing abilities.
Yeah. Slap me upside the head. I don't give a shit.
I can't reach that far. Canada's a long way, especially from Oklahoma.
Yeah, well, you just go like that, you know what I mean? I'd catch the hint. Maybe. Maybe not.
50 inches of snow this weekend. Dang,
Yeah.
that's a lot of damn snow.
Yeah, our snowbanks here are already at, I'd say, from the plows going by and that, they're about 5 feet already.
Yep.
So it's pretty dramatic from 3 days ago till now.
Yep.
Yes, we had a good yesterday.
Anyway, yeah, it's yeah, we didn't. We got a dusting over that real cold period, maybe a half inch to an inch. It's all we see now, the whole deal. I mean, we could use the moisture, but it takes a foot of snow to make an inch of rain. So, to get caught up for this year's quota, we need this winter, we're going to need 20 inches of snow at least. I don't prefer it all at once, that's for sure, because then it just melts and runs off. But if we get a little bit at a time, it's perfect because it'll have time to absorb into the ground. So
I don't even know if our ground's frozen yet because we didn't have that really cold weather till this, week-ish.
Kaiser, you didn't get no snow in Pennsylvania, huh? In Willow Grove?
Wow.
I figured being up north, yeah, y'all would have a shit pot full up there. Well, Gigi, I hope you had fun at your family's house. Hope it was a good time. Jay Fritz, hello. Quite the comment there, Jay.
Oh, did it, Deanna? I didn't hear that. Although I didn't check the news today.
Yeah, I went through the news articles and they said 4 of them was attacked in Washington, but I didn't know if that was D.C. or Washington State. Hey, it didn't say, so I don't know. Carol Z, hello.
Hello, Carol.
Yeah, we had a little bit of snow still on the ground up till today. Most of it's gone now, so.
LB said state, so I'm assuming she means Washington State.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, Gigi, I did see the picture on your community page. Yeah, your pond's frozen and low on water. Well, hopefully it has enough water to sustain some fish down in the bottom. So I usually have to get 30 inches or 38 inches below the top to keep from freezing.
Wow. That's sad, Pappy. That is
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, that's what I read
14,000
earlier.
without.
Yep, that's what I had read earlier.
And did you get your message from me today, Shane?
Yes, I did. And I already
Okay.
announced it once. So,
Okay.
like I said, I'd never been there, but I'd seen him on prepping quite a bit.
I'd seen him on prepping and I had been to his channel a few times, so I knew who he was.
Well, I
But
knew
when
of him, but I didn't know him.
when prepping put out, rest in peace, whatever, I'm like, who the hell is that? I went to the wrong person.
Right.
And then Rage put one out. I saw who they were talking about, and I'm like, oh no, because I liked him. He was a nice old man.
Yep. Yep. He was a good guy. Like I said, from what I'd seen over on prepping, I never talked to him, never been to his show.
Yeah, but he's been sick, We all knew he was sick for a long time, so maybe he just got tired too.
Yeah, I was trying to catch up on the chat. Julie, hello. Yeah, Julie, I think it's planned. Kind of like our pandemic we've been going through for a couple of years. I think it's all planned.
Hi, Julie. Yeah, Gigi comes in threes.
Yep.
Hello, Igorda 1. Hello, Q City Lady. How are ya? Good to see ya.
Igorda 1. Hello.
Yeah,
80 thumbs up. 121 people. If we can get them up a few more, get me above 100, I would sure be a tickle pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, discernment, you're correct. There'll be some excuse when our money disappears. It's probably called this omnibus.
Okay.
Where are you from? It's a unique name. Igorda?
Igorda, Philippines.
Okay.
Did you see Red comment?
No. Oh, yeah, I do now.
Yeah.
Much love. Shout out. Yep.
Yeah.
Lauren Price. Hello. Good to see you.
Hello, Lauren Price.
It's always great to see all you people in here.
Hello, Roland.
But we're getting there. We're 12 away from 100. So thank you all. We're getting there.
LB, that's awesome. 2 bald eagles out your window. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's always a sign of good things. That's my personal opinion. I don't know if it's true or not. No, my friend was playing crib with her mom one day, and she was losing badly. So she started praying to the eagle gods to come and help her win the dang thing. Well, she beat her mom. So, she does the praying to the eagle gods. So, hey, you never know. I don't know.
Michelle, hello. And banks have Unity. Oh, they have until January 1st to account for $65 trillion. Yeah, well, good luck with that one. They can't even count their own money.
Hello,
Tennessee girl, hello.
That
Yeah.
Gigi, you know what? It doesn't matter what you do. They're always going to bitch about anything stupid. That's my personal opinion. That's what their job is, to bitch at stupid shit. And
Auntie
yes,
Well, welcome.
hello, Auntie Well. Great to see ya.
Oh, cool, Jay. Won $1,000 from Florida Lottery. That's awesome.
All right.
Yeah, I forgot to buy my tickets today. Oh well, I've been forgetting to buy them for the last 3 to 6 months. I said, spent so much on them damn things, and always won $3 or $4. Every once in a while, I'd win $18, get my money back, but I've lost more than I've ever won on the lotteries. So anyway, yeah, I just kind of give up on them. Yeah, hell, I've won several times on the scratch offs. $50 to $500. I've won several times on them. I think I won $500 3 times in 1 week off a $20 scratch off.
Hello, Michael.
Won lots of 50s on them.
Wow. I'm happy if I win $2. Never mind.
I haven't played
Then
scratch offs in a long time. It's probably been 3, 4
then I
years.
didn't really lose money because I only spent $2. Like, hey.
Yeah, you throw more than that away on a pack of cigarettes.
Yep.
Well, I watched a deal on the lottery a while back, and that's why I quit playing. Is the guy that was running actually ended up getting arrested because he was setting people up to win, and he'd put it in the computer because he did all the computer deals. He set it up in the computer when you just do a quick ticket instead of filling out your own numbers, when you do a quick ticket, it'd pick every number but the ones he put in. And then he'd give his buddy them numbers to go manually put them in, and they would win. Well, he'd get a cut every time. And he ended up getting caught in that racket, and I'm pretty sure it's still rigged. It'd almost have to be. I mean, they're making millions and millions of dollars off people. Oh, they supposedly have to give some of it back, but when they award the winner. But the funny thing is, I don't know anybody personally that has won the lottery and is still around. A big one. You always hear about another state. No matter where you live, it's in a different state. And I think it's a bullshit lie, to be honest with you.
Hello, Camperman.
But every once in a while, somebody does come across a little bit of a lottery, and they'll win $1,000. Or a friend of mine, he won $10,000 on a scratch off. End up with like $8,700 by the time they took taxes and crap out. But yeah, it's very rare. He was from here in my hometown, little town of 1,500 people. Yes, Red is correct. I will not be live this Saturday. Rob Retvet is going to do your New Year's Eve special. So I wanted to let him have all the time he needs to do that. Yeah, Carol Ziso and my brother. He's big on playing slots. Matter of fact, he's headed down to the New Mexico-Texas line down there, about half a mile from the border. They're putting on a light show, a fireworks show, off the top of a casino. So I gave him $100. Said, "Here, Merry Christmas." So I could tell him to play it for me, but my money wouldn't win, but his would win a bunch. So I'd never know anyway. Merry Christmas. There you go. So it's all good. I do know the couple that won 50 million in our city 15 years ago. Well, cool, Gigi. Cool. Yep. Yeah, all the lottery proceedings. Well, yeah, we're supposed to go to the schools. That was their big pitch, and it never happened. It's nobody, G. No, it's. Yeah, we try to get rid of the trouble starters and get rid of the people that don't fit in. Not trying to be mean to anybody. We try to get along here. And if you're not going to want to get along, you want to argue. This ain't the place for you. Oh, really, Michelle?
And thank you, it's nobody. That was a very nice compliment for Shane.
Yes, it was. Michelle, your last name is Phelps?
No, that's not what she said. He said, my name is the same as your brother, Shane Phelps. So you said your brother's name.
Bobby. Okay, yeah.
Boy, oh boy. Roland, you fit in fine here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Common Sense. Been a few days. Where you been, girl?
Hey, Common Sense, good to see you. Merry Christmas to you as well.
It's nobody, G. We do. It goes back a few days. It does. I'm just trying to keep up with chat. Some of them's got some interesting things to say. And like I said, I didn't do a whole lot of prepping after coming off a long weekend like that. And, it's hard to just do a whole bunch of research and studying when you got a fat belly and droopy eyes because you eat too damn much. So, but I mean, if y'all need me to go look up some more stuff to talk about, I can. I mean, it's all up to y'all, whatever y'all want to do. Like I said, I'll be on this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. And I'll be back the following Monday. I'll be on my same time, all them days. I ain't changing the times. I'll be off Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. Then the next week, I'll be right back on my schedule, and I won't miss a lick as far as health and everything. No colds, no sicknesses. Garrett Spice, I have not done a whole lot of looking in that, so I don't know. I'll have to do some looking on it tomorrow.
And a smoldering country. Okay, Jeff B., can you elaborate? Kaiser Stone, I agree with you. What was an epic fail? Jeff B.?
Lottery's giving a percentage to the schools. Problem is, over the past 20 years, attendance has gone up 7.5%, and the administration has increased by 89%. Yep. Excuse me.
That sounds, well, I can't eat beans. It's nobody G, but that sounds really good. Oh, you must be talking about Carrie Lake, Jeff B.
Yeah.
It's great to see you again, Common Sense. Okay.
Trudy Huddleston, hello. All right, ComSense. No, it's great. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, we still got Kamala. Yeah, she's been run over the coals the last couple of days, and then uh, it's quite comical. All these busloads of immigrants have been shipped to her front door.
Hello, Trudy Huddleston. Sorry.
No one's seen Donald Trump. I haven't. I've seen some things about him, but I haven't seen him himself. So I don't know. Maybe he went off to his private island for the holidays. Yeah, there ain't no telling where they all went. Right now, I'm not real worried about it. I got other things to worry about. Never my day to babysit that guy, that's for sure.
Kick his butt, Gigi. Just saying. Every time I say that, she wins. So I'm going to keep saying it for you, girlfriend.
He's been posting on True Social. Well, Carol Z, a lot of times it's his right-hand guy that's been with him for over 30 years just posts for him. I can't remember his name. The guy that started out as his caddy when he was younger and been with him for 30 years. So he did all the chatting for him, or a lot of his chatting for him when he was president too.
That. Sorry, that's funny. Gigi, you're funny.
Dan Scavino, yes, Mimo Patriot, thank you. Yeah, Dan Scavino's his name. It used to be right on the tip of my tongue all this time, and I finally just give up watching all that crap because I kind of give up on them. Seems like they give up on us, so I was just returning the favor and give up on them.
Oh, wow. That's interesting, Red.
Didn't see that. For SG Anon fraud. You get busted by the feds or busted by just people? That would be interesting to hear.
Jeff B. SG Anon is someone who's been posting on Rumble saying shit. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, and they said Phil got busted for being him, or them. So that would be interesting to know. So I'd heard that SG Anon before, but I don't know what it is.
Like I said, I checked out the Rumble page once. And he was just flapping his lips about nothing, in my personal opinion. So I left after like 5 minutes. What the hell does state strikes Gitmo on Christmas Day? What the hell does that mean? Sorry.
I don't know.
Grab.
Red says, Gitmo TV printing write-ups, stealing. Hello, I'm talking. Now go ahead and say what you got to say. It's getting aggravating. Sorry.
I didn't say anything. And if I did, I didn't mean to be talking out loud. I was talking to myself. Sorry.
Well, I don't mean to snap, but it
No, you're fine.
anyway. Red says Gitmo TV printing write-ups, stealing others' work in the news. Okay. I think she's talking about Phil Godleski. I don't know him for sure. No, Michelle, I have a son named Michael Phelps. My son's, and it ain't the swimmer. But yeah, his name's Michael Phelps. So anyway. Wow, 24 inches of snow and negative 11 at night. Not breaking above zero. Wow. That's pretty chilly. That's pretty chilly. Yeah, your snow's going to hang around for a while. Yeah, moral of the story, careful who you follow. I know that's right. Anyway, just trying to keep up the chat a little bit. Go ahead, Dorinda. I didn't mean to snap at you, girl. Didn't mean to.
No, you didn't. I was talking out loud. So I apologize because I didn't realize I was talking out loud. I thought I was just in my head talking, not mouth talking.
It's all good. Carol's there's all kinds of stories about Phil. I don't know how much of them's true or how much of them's not. And I'm not going to go digging into it because it ain't going to change my life one way or the other. Good, bad, or indifferent. I know you had it one time. I popped over to watch him one time and said he had 300 and some thousand people watching him live. I'm like, how in the hell? And you could watch him and half the crap you could tell was just full of bull. I don't know. Some of it could make sense, but some of it was just full of bull. So anyway. Yeah, Q City, yeah. He is raking in a lot of money. You know, you got 300,000 people and they're all, even if you get 10% of them donating, you know, that's a lot of damn money. Someone said he is making over $180,000 a year just off of D-Live. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Anyway, Garrett, I'll have to try to look up some of that tomorrow and see what I can see on it. Conservative Cowboy, did you read his, Dorinda?
Mm-hmm. I don't have Telegram, so I didn't know about Telegram, but
yeah, Navy vet. I hear a lot of people say that about him. I've watched a lot of people go watch him and then take some of that information and use it as their own too. I'm thinking, well, if they get popped, you're going to look silly. I don't think I'd be doing that, but I don't say nothing to them. It's none of my business. Yeah, discernment. A lot of people are missing the old soap operas. So, yeah, they get on here and find one that's good. So they start watching it. Hey, Bev. Yeah, I seen that too, Bev.
You don't have to leave. It's nobody, G.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need no rest. I slept pretty good last night when I got to bed, so I'm good. I'm good. His documentary on C-102 was accurate, but not flat Earth. Well, Kaiser, I don't know about the C-102. I have heard a lot of people talk about it. So, like I said, I haven't done a lot of research on that. So, yeah, there's a lot of them out there just replaying other people's stuff. A lot of people out there doing that. A lot of them people from India are copying a lot of it too, and putting it under their name and just playing somebody else's. They're playing their stuff in the background, but they have a video of them driving up down the streets of some foreign town or what have you. But yeah, they're not. Yeah, the chlorine dioxide solution. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of them people out there that's kind of robbing videos doing that. On the other show I was on, we've had 5, 6, 8 of them. It was us talking, but it was them showing something other than us talking. But it helped get the word out that we was trying to spread at the time, so we didn't really care. We didn't, throw a fit or turn them in or nothing. That was no big deal, really. They made money off of it.
Sorry, I thought you were done.
No, you're good. You're good. Because I did pause. Proud Army Mom, hello. There's bits and pieces of it, discernment I agree with, but it's still indefinite. And here's the thing: why would it matter if it's flat or round? Does it really matter? We're still here. We're stuck here. This is our place. This is where we belong. So it doesn't matter if it's flat, round, triangle, upside down. Who knows? Who cares? Doesn't matter to me. We're all here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's right, Red. Doesn't matter if it's flat, round. If it's flat, round. The point is another lie. Yep. Kaiser, it's one of those deals. It would be a debate all night long. It won't matter either way because we're still stuck here. We're not stuck. This is where we belong. It wouldn't matter if it's flat or round anyway. Like I said, we can all enjoy the whole earth. The governments will get out of our way. Yeah, devil dog. Yeah, Diana Teeny, that's me. Well, Kaiser, I hope I'm glad that they stacked my atoms kind of up in a row instead of all in a big ball because I wouldn't want to roll everywhere I was going. I'd get dizzy. Yeah, D-Dog did nail it, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the political governments of the world.
Yes.
They designed all that crap just to destroy our lives. Been here as long as people have been. Crooked ass governments. anyway, thank you all for getting me to 100. Just now noticed I was at 100. I appreciate that. That is great. Yeah, Red, you want to drop the link for D-Dog? I'm going to slip away to the restroom real quick. Let Brenda handle us for a second. If you'll drop the link for D-Dog, and then as soon as I pull him up, we'll just take the link back down. This is for D-Dog only, guys, right now. I'd like for him to come up. I haven't got to talk to him in a while. So if you can do that, I'll be right back.
Hello, Ronald Hendricks. Good to see ya. I hope you had a great Christmas. Hey, Weezy, how are you tonight? I hope you had a great Christmas. Navy vet agreed. The cats would knock everything off by now. It's so great to see everybody tonight. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it so much. I'm glad to hear your Christmas was really nice, Fred. Okay, D-Dog, no problem. He's finishing up a phone call and then he'll be up. He's
All right,
got the
that'll
link.
work.
I like Navy Vet's comment.
All right,
Isn't
Red, yeah,
flat.
you can pull that.
Cats
You can
would
pull
have
that
knocked-
down, Red. Go ahead.
Cats would
Sorry.
have knocked everything off of it by now. Yeah, Carol Z, I'm kind of glad they're over too. It's always a big kerfuffle, and then it's done.
Hey, Wheezy, how are you doing?
It's good to see
Yeah,
you.
Carol.
Sorry, Shane.
No, you're good. Carol Z. Yeah, I'm glad the holidays, that part of it's over. Now we got to go through one more weekend of it. But it's all good. Like I said, only reason I really enjoy Christmas is just to be around the families.
How did the
Go ahead.
little one enjoy the tree and stuff?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yep. Yep. Real good.
Awesome. Hello, Bob. Philo 34.
Yeah, I got a quick glimpse at everything, and that's about it. Yeah, Carol Z, I stay home on New Year's Eve too, just due to I don't need DUIs. I got too much going on, you know. Love, peace. How are you doing? Hope RH is fine. Conservative Cowboy.
Hello,
he might show up. I don't know. He took his wife out to eat today. They went into town. They was going to hang out, and they was going out and have some dinner and just rest a little bit, let his voice come back. He said he didn't know if he'd make it back in time or not. So, hey, more power to him. Go out and spend some time with your wife.
Yeah.
Go out there and enjoy.
Hello, Susie
I've been
Snathead.
busy all weekend, so go ahead. What'd you say?
I said hello, Susie Snathead.
Oh, hey, Susie. How you doing, girl? Freezing cold. It must got down to 70 in Florida. Hey, D-Dog.
What up?
I don't know. You tell me. How are you?
I don't know. I've been doing fine. Just been busy as hell.
I'll tell you, I haven't seen you in so long. You grow probably 2 or 3 inches on your beard.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Did you try to do that for Christmas? For you play Santa?
Well, okay. There's a interesting story about Christmas. Christmas Eve's when my family and we all get together and get it out of the way,
Right.
so that they can hang out in their respective houses and have their own thing.
Right.
But December 22nd, I've been hounding this one sheriff to let me sit down, talk to him, and everything else. And he goes, well, let me think about it. I'll get back to you after the year. I said, if there's anything you need, before you and I have a chance to sit down, just call me and ask. So he calls me up and says, you got that big, thick beard. I got a Santa costume, and my little 3 and 4-year-old would love to have Santa give them gifts. I said, I'll be there. And he totally shit himself when I pulled up. I got all dressed up, and he had a big sack of gifts, and I'm giving it to his kids and everything else. And let's see, not Tuesday, but Wednesday, I'm supposed to sit down with him, his undersheriff, and a couple of his supervisors, and we're going to start going through the Constitution.
Nice. So apparently he wasn't
within my power to get the message out.
So apparently he wasn't a constitutional sheriff to begin with.
Not really. He's a little bit of a liberal.
Okay.
But this is what him and his family gave me for Christmas.
Hey, you dropped this. Your brains. That's nice.
Yep.
That's good to hear. Like I said, I hadn't heard from you in a long time, other than you just pop in and say hello occasionally and bail.
Yeah.
But it is a busy time of year. It's the end of the year for a lot of people. A lot of people got year ends. They got to close out, and taxes and all that crap.
Well, it's the time of year that I have to make sure that all the incoming criminals learn their job before they get seated.
Right. And how'd that work for you this year?
It's working out fine. So far, I've only gotten 2 death threats. I was expecting to have more.
Just 2, huh?
Yep. I was hoping to have more, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong.
You screwed up somewhere.
Yep.
How many did you get last year?
Well, none last year, but 2020, I think I got about 40 of them.
That was the year you had those sheriffs parked out at the end of both driveways, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Discernment File says everyone has a fan club. Yeah, yours is dwindling, T-Dog. What happened?
Well, I've communicated with almost every sheriff in Michigan. And
Right.
A good percentage in Ohio and Indiana, and a few in Illinois.
Nice.
So,
nice.
yeah, I happen to know about that one sheriff not working with ICE anymore.
What's going on with that?
Nothing. He got introduced to what his job is.
Ah.
Or by a
And
little man in a white beard?
Probably there's a good chance of that.
something along them lines. So what else you been up to? I guess you got all your beets out of the ground, got all that shit taken care of.
Yeah, well, that cold snap that we had coming in, I had to pull up all my carrots, my onions, my beets because I didn't want to ruin them.
Right?
But they sat through a couple of really good frosts,
Mm-hmm.
and man, is that shit sweet.
Nice. Hello, Silver Beet. Nice. Good. Get them all canned up, I take it. Go ahead, Dorinda.
No, it's okay. I'll type it.
I'll tell you.
I don't want to interrupt you.
You're all good. I had my one snap of the year. That was it. So I'm done. Got it out of my way.
Yeah, it's the
At
end.
least you got it out of the way.
It's the end of
Yeah.
the fucking year. You're gonna go on New Year's, aren't you?
I had to get it out of the way for the end of the year. I had to burn it up. Only get one. Got to burn it up for the end of the year,
Yep.
or I won't get one next year. Pulled up all those nutrients and protecting itself. Yep. That's how it works. I hear people storing this stuff as they can store it in like sand. They just cram the vegetables down in sand, and it preserves them. Have you done that?
Yeah, you could do sand. You can do straw.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't want it to get up here. You don't want to keep it in your garage,
Gets too cold.
right? You want it to stay, 40 to 60 degrees,
Okay.
and the 90% of your root crops will store in that temperature, for up to a year.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was told. And I was like, that don't sound right, but it may be. Because I know your plants, your summer plants you have or you put out in the summer and you bring in the winter, just your regular everyday, plants. When the ground and the average temperature at nights and shit start dropping below 40, you need to get them things in the house because a night of it's going to be okay, but more than a night or two, and them plants will die. So you bring them in, and in spring you can set them back out. But so I could see where 40 to 60 would be about right. Still cool.
Like my pepper plants, I put them in the greenhouse whenever the soil temperature gets to 55 degrees.
Okay.
And that's the same pepper plants I've had for 6 years.
Oh, wow. Now in your greenhouse, you can grow them year round, can't you?
Right.
Right. Hey, John. Good to see you, bud.
Yeah, and if I use a grow light, I can actually get peppers in the middle of winter.
Oh, wow. Nice. Looter 8 Treasure Hunter. Well, hello. New name. Haven't seen that one yet. Good to see you. Hope you're doing fine. Welcome to my channel. No, that's awesome. This year I didn't have a greenhouse up. This spring, I'm changing that. I mean, I got half a block here, or a quarter of a block here that I could put up 3 or 4 of them if I wanted. Easy. Some big ones. 70s, 30, 40 by 70s. I could put up 4 of them real easy.
Yep. Yeah, those aren't too bad.
No. But the problem is, I can't do all that by myself. It's a lot of friggin' work.
Well, not only that, you're going to need to get the thicker plastic for them because of your high winds and the sand blowing around.
Well, see, and where mine's at down here, I don't have that problem because it's all down in a real low spot because Beaver's down in a valley. And then my place down here is actually in a side of a hill, basically, my whole half block. So I'm below everybody else because the
Okay.
top of these greenhouses will be the height of the roads that drive by. So it's not bad. So yeah, it's not bad really down here. And I'm the only place in town that's got this many trees for being out here in the panhandle of Oklahoma in city limits. And that's all around the outskirts because everything on the inside except one big cottonwood was cut down. And it's 150 years old. It's the only reason we haven't cut it yet, but it's getting a squeaky crotch. So I'm probably going to have to take her down before she falls on my Connex building. And I'll be cutting up wood for a friggin' year though when I took it down. It's big. It's big. And on the stump, I'm just going to go out with. I'll let it sit for a year, and I'll go out on the stump when it's about 4 foot, and I'll just take my wedge and my hammer and split it right where it's at. I won't even try to cut it.
Right.
That's just too much work. This thing's too big around. I mean, it's 6 foot. Yeah, that steel I got would do it, but that's just too much damn work. I'll just split her where she lays.
Well, maybe I'll bring you one of my chainsaws.
Well, I got one that's got a 6 foot blade on it, but it won't reach through this dude. That's the biggest one I got, so that's all I'm using.
Yeah, I got an old 2-cylinder Mall, MALL,
Mhm.
and you have to put the chain at the where you want it, and the motor has to stay upright.
Right.
And I got up to a 12-foot bar for it.
Son, is it like a steel that you get it and it bites? It sucks you into it instead of pushes you out of it or binds?
Well, it's gear driven. So if you just have it on idle and lean it up against it, it'll cut right through it.
Wow.
The chain never stops.
Boy, that sounds like a hazard.
Well, it's before the government got all involved in
Oh,
logging.
shit. Yeah. Wow. I've got some old ones there. One of them looks like a couple bike wheels are kind of offset. And it's pretty big. I think it's like a 14-inch or better, just across it. Not
Right.
counting, it's probably 2 foot long. I don't know what the hell they use that for, but that's got to be for some wicked stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was built for. It's pretty neat because the chain not only runs the gears, but it also runs, the teeth are on the top side of the chain. It's pretty neat, but I've never used one like that, but I bought this whole garage, just bought the whole thing, lock, stock, and barrel, and that was in there. A couple steels were in there. I got, so I bought it all for one price.
Yeah, cottonwood trees. We don't have any of those around my house anymore because even the neighbors' cottonwood trees all died off one year mysteriously because somebody got a hold of some crystal Drano and seeded the ground. But I have no idea who could have done that.
Right. But you ain't got any more problems with blowing summer snow.
Right.
March and April, worst of it. I hate it. I friggin' hate it. Clogs up everything. It runs air conditioners, radiators, you name it, plugs up everything. Kaiser Sose, yes. The big scandal on airbag. They recalled them all. Well, to do the same with the vaccines. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nobody G. Yeah, there's a lot of people around here, especially when we had the inmates. We had a correctional facility here, and they could work out in public. They couldn't fraternize or nothing like that. Everyone's supposed to, let me say. You know how well that works. Anyway, there was a couple of them highly talented. There was some that was in there. Damn awesome painters. Some of them were good with chainsaws. They'd cut some dead trees. They would go in there and cut like a beaver on top of one and all just kinds of crazy eagles on others. And they decorated all the way around our fairgrounds, which is a full city block, the whole thing, maybe about a block and a half all the way around, block and a half by block and a half. And they did some really neat carvings out of them dead trees instead of just cutting them down. And they stand about 6-8 foot tall. And, you know, some of them, you'd think they were totem poles. They were so neat. But they're all animals. And some of them guys were pretty damn talented. It was amazing to see that work. And it's still there to this day. You don't find, you know, it's a shame they wasted their talent and got hit for something silly like drugs or whatever they got hit by, you know, DUIs. But it is what it is, I guess. So I got hit my last DUI in 2000, and the sheriff comes up to me and says, "You still doing wiring and stuff?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Do you think you can help this guy running all this cable works through here for the new camera system?" I said, "Yeah. Why don't you just fire him and I'll just take the equipment and do it myself, save you a lot of money. Plus, it give me something to do. I ain't got to sit in that bull cell by myself." So I had to work with the guy, but that was fine. I helped him string all the wire. I helped him hook it all up. He said, "I don't know why they have me here. They got you." And I said, "Well, I'm not here voluntarily." So he got paid for it. I didn't. But hey, got me out of that damn cell. Thank God it was only 5 days. I couldn't handle much more of it. Now, I determined I haven't drove a lot of crank starts, but the only crank start I ever drove was a John Deere tractor, and we didn't crank start it. We always parked it on the edge of a hill. When we was done using it, we'd roll it down, and if it didn't get fired up, it's a diesel or something, we had a 72 3/4 ton. We'd pull it and get it going, and pop the clutch on that dude in second gear, and it bust off. Had the old magneto on the side, you know, that big old. It was a 1959, I do believe, John Deere. So it didn't have the two wheels right together. We had one of those. I was a hand crank only, dude. And yeah, no one liked starting this. We didn't use it hardly at all. But yeah, that old 1959 had the big old mag on it. But what was nice was the carburetor and everything was right on the outside, right towards the edge. Had the old glass bowl you could take off, clean it all out. Made it easy fixing, but that was the only hand cranking one I ever run. I think D-Dog still runs a hand crank Ford van. Yeah, Farmall C. Yep. Anyway, about 25 minutes, we'll probably be shutting her down. That's still a few minutes away, so.
Wheezy, I'm glad to hear it's getting warmer there.
Yeah, Wheezy. That's a hell of a lot better than -40. It's almost like a heat wave. Oh, it's nobody, G. I can tell you stories that there's never end to them. Growing up on a farm, all of our crap was old. I mean, we only had one tractor that was cab. It was a Case International. Like I said, it didn't even have the air conditioner in it. It had one air conditioner. It was on the roof. It was the old swamp cooler style. You'd put water in it, turn on it, blew cool air on you. Problem is, it's so dusty out in this area. Halfway through the day, even if you just cleaned it out, halfway through the day, you better go clean it out again because you hit a big bump. That water that tractor get to tipping back and forth, that water come dumping down in on you. It wasn't just water, it was mud. And you had a mud bath every day. So we couldn't fill the damn thing up. We ended up taking a few windows out of it because half the windows wouldn't open, they were permanent. We took half the windows just to get some air through that damn thing.
Probably would have done the same, Shane.
We had to. I mean, you couldn't stand to be in it. And the old combines we'd drive, oh, they had the canopy over the top, the old steel canopy over it. Not a glass in it, which is good. We got some air. But you get going with the wind, and all that chet blows right back on you. If you don't know what chet is, get it all over you and get it around your sweaty parts, your neck, and everything. I don't care how many showers you take. You'll itch for days. Yep, I remember all that crap. Running the baler. And that was all before I was 15 years old, 16. We'd moved to town already, but still went out there pretty much every day after school. I don't know, we had 40 or 50 chickens. Sounds like a lot. They'd lay a lot of eggs, but we used a lot. My mom cooked everything homemade, so everything had an egg in it. From meatloaf to scrambled eggs. Yeah, Professor Falcon, I know that's right. Only the boss got to run that one, yeah. He spent a little bit of money on it, so he's going to enjoy that one. Well, Kaiser Jose, I wish I knew what you was talking about there. Damn it. Excuse me. It's nobody G. I didn't understand that. I never have understood what WY stood for. Do you know, Dorinda? So I still don't know what that one stands for. So I always have a hard time understanding when someone puts that in there.
Well, I can try to look it up, but
Shorthand for something.
whether it means is a
I don't know. Usually a lot of them I can figure it out, but that one's just one I couldn't do it, that WY. D-Dog, you know what that means?
What?
Like it's nobody's G put. You're always made a WY. Right, Shane. I don't know what WY stands for. Shorthand for something.
I think it means Wyoming.
Well, you would think Wyoming, but that's not it because I see it on normal conversations.
Would you?
Yeah,
I think
Wheezy,
it's
I
supposed to be
think
a
you're the
short form
fourth
for would
person
you.
that I know.
What's that, D-Dog?
What Wheezy said about the gun laws. I think Wheezy's the fourth person that I've seen that's commented on that omnibus bill having to do with the gun stuff.
Yes, I seen that too. The day before they voted on it. Yep, and I was not happy about that either. They're trying to slip that in and several other things, which is at Title 42. But if they take and uphold the Title 42, that omnibus has to fail because it's in the bill. Go ahead, Dorinda.
Wheezy's from Canada. She's talking about the guns in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay, Red says
I didn't mean to
W.
interrupt you.
No, you're good. You're good. WU stands for would you. Okay, let me go apply that, what he's saying. Okay, well, thank you. It's nobody G.
It was supposed to be way
Yeah.
in nobody
Yep.
G's comment.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Canada's a little screwed up right now with the gun shit going on.
Yeah, so is it here too. I'm not real impressed.
Yeah, out of all that money in that bill, just over $6 billion is actually constitutional money.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
I
just
know he
over
said that.
$6 billion.
I know Rand Paul was bitching about $482 billion, 260 some, so damn near a third. So 400 billion and a third dollars was wasteful government spending. Sent to
Well,
help everybody's borders but ours.
Well, it's all wasteful spending.
Oh yeah, it's all laundered money. Georgia Manier, I didn't even know you was here, but thank you for coming in, and you have a good night. Sorry if I missed you earlier. Yep. But anyway. Oh, Ouija said D-Dog was right. Sorry, Dindy. So, yeah, we'll get it straightened out eventually. Thank God for chat. They'll keep us in line.
Yep.
Well, they'll
Well,
try
I know
to.
she's from Canada. So that's what I thought she was talking about.
Yeah. Well, they're screwed up everywhere.
Well, the funny thing is, the funny thing is, I know more Canadians that are more savvy on what's happening in America than Americans are.
That ain't no shit there. That ain't no shit.
Yeah.
Yep. There's no doubt in that statement. None.
I can have a better conversation with a Canadian about the U.S. Constitution than most Americans.
Wow.
Wow.
And there's actually states a few things different, but I mean they're fairly close.
No,
But they still
I'm talking
go
about our Constitution.
Right. You know, we fought to get away from the Brits. We turn around, we get away from them. And 200 years later, we're so good at our Constitution and extorting money out of people, our government is, they turn around and adopt our Constitution. That's pretty bad. We got away from them because of taxes. Now we're better than them at it. That's sad. We just made a big circle for nothing. Took 246 years to make this big old loop. It's sad. It's pretty bad when we beat them at their own game. This don't make any sense, does it?
Yeah, well, I'm laughing at the professor.
Oh,
Yep. He voted for a new truck and his wife vetoed it. When I was so joyfully married, I held the 10% veto power.
yeah, my last new truck when I was married, we'd split up for a couple days because I had to get away from her for a couple days. So I went and took the camper and stayed out at my brother's. My truck was a beautiful truck. Most beautiful truck I ever seen in my life, but it wouldn't pull, anything worth of crap. I only had the 5.3 with the 308 rear end, so it had no balls to it to pull. And I called around to my dealer that I always deal with, and he says, "Yeah, come look at this one." And I didn't want a red GMC, but because you overpay for them, but I thought, okay, I'll come look. They had the 6.2 gasser, same one they put in the Denali. Had the Allison tranny, had remote control airbags, remote control tonneau cover. It was a slick dude. And I drove it, and I really liked the power. And I only drove it a couple miles. By the time I got back, I don't know, 5 miles, I fell in love with that truck. And I said, okay, I'll take it. I just traded mine in, did it right then. She called me. She says, come home. And I come home, and I'm in a new truck. And she wasn't happy, but she sure loved the truck. She wanted to drive it more than her own car. So I got away with that one. But I didn't even ask. I just went and did it. I'm making the damn payments on everything anyway. I mean, she was a stay-at-home mom. I knew what I could afford and what I couldn't, so I went and did it. She wanted a new car, I'd go get her one. Yeah, anytime. And that's how it was, 10 years. I think she went through about 12 cars in 10 years. Just trading them in. Get something different. You're going to have a payment, you might as well have something new and under warranty, right? That's my theory.
A payment? What?
Yeah. Well, some of us can't just run out and throw down a big wad of cash.
I have never bought anything over 10 grand.
See, I was like that for a long time, and I'd always do it cash. But she wanted to get me to get my credit up because hers was shot, and she wanted me to get mine up so we could buy nice things. And mine was easier to get up than hers. So I did. Garrett Spice, that ended 4 or 5 years ago when I got divorced. 17, I do believe. So.
Yep. My divorce day is coming up pretty soon, and I'm all excited about it.
You going to call her?
I always do. I always wish her a happy divorce day. Yeah, it's February 14th, too, so that makes it even better.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Something happened in history on September 17th. What was it?
September 17th?
Yeah.
Nothing important. It's just the birthday of the Constitution. Nothing.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, that thing. Well, that was the day I got married in 2009. And I didn't realize it at that time.
Well, you should have had a Constitution instead of a wedding license.
I know that's probably right. Yeah, that'd probably save me a boatload of money. I mean, a boatload.
Okay, Q City, I got a little story for you because you thought that my divorce day being Valentine's is the funny part. That's not the funny part. I was at the bar, hanging out with a couple of my cop buddies, having a couple of cervezas, and Judge Pickarainen was sitting at a table just a little ways down from him, and he saw me because I was really good. I was always in court because I was one of those people that wouldn't learn and still won't. And he calls me over and says, yeah, I got a divorce for you coming up on the 13th. I go, John, it's like this. I'm just too busy on the 13th. The 14th would be a lot better for me. And he says, you really want to do it like that? I go, yes, sir. And 6 other people got their divorces changed because they do divorces on one day. So I've met one of the other people that got it changed. So that's where the funny part comes in. The judge changed it just because I told him I can't make it.
I bet that was a shocker to the OX. How's that for a Valentine's?
No, divorces are cheap.
They are after you've been married a while.
It's cheaper to get rid of them. especially if it's under 10 years.
I know that's right.
Yep. Under 10 years, there's no alimony.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that. Thank God I didn't have no child support. 'Cause the only kid she had was hers before I got with her.
Yeah, she was such a good mother that I ended up adopting both her children
Oh, wow.
shortly after leaving. That's why my oldest daughter is 14 years younger than me.
Wow. Well, I've dated women 14 years younger than me. Damn. How old's the youngest?
She'll be 17 January 23rd.
Now, is she yours or is she?
Yeah,
Just
she's
a-
mine.
Okay, she's yours. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
How many kids
Yep.
do you got, dog?
4 I know of.
4.
That he knows of. Yeah, my little brother had like 8 that he knew of.
Attaboy.
And none of them were the same mother. Some of them were sisters, big sister, little sister. And Tyson, the little brother, he says, when he got older in his 20s, he says, I sure was glad I wasn't a girl because I didn't want your brother to come see me. I said, Burke, be careful what you wish for. It may happen yet. He may not care. I mean, he hit 2 of them. Actually, he hit the stepsister too, which is even older than them two. She didn't go by Bridwell, but she went by a different name because she wasn't a Bridwell. But then the younger 2 sisters from my little brother's age, one same age and one a year younger, he got all 3 of them. All 3 of them. All 3 of them had babies. That guy, he can just look at you and you get pregnant. Every woman he got around ended up getting pregnant. He was around a lot of them.
That's because Benjamin Franklin hung out at the whorehouses.
Something like that, I'm sure.
No, fact.
Yeah, I knew he did. That's what I'd read anyway. What did he do in his spare time?
Well, obvious.
Yeah. There's only 3 things to do growing up in Beaver, Oklahoma: drink, fight, or anyway, we'll leave that.
Yeah, the other F thing.
Yeah, the other F thing. That was it growing up. Like I said, I had my first one when I was 17. I had my second one when I was 18. I haven't had no more since. Had 2. They're grown. I figured we'd all grow up together, but they grew up and I never did until I was about my damn near 40. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like I said, we did a lot of fighting, a lot of drinking. But hell, that's all you had to do. Yeah, the 3F state. Yep, that's true. The Sherman
I
file
never-
said you had a whorehouse token.
Yeah, I never heard of the Benjamin Franklin with skulls in his basement, but cool.
Who said that? Oh, okay, I see it now. Diana
Yep.
T. Well, I'm sure he had a. You know, they say all these presidents are actually all related one way or another through one of the 13 original families, 14 original families when it was 14. Bush Senior, his actual real name is Sheriff. He was a sheriff. But yeah, most all these presidents have been related. The only one I don't think is, which he's related to some people across seas, but that was Barry Soetoro. And but you got Taft, you got Hoover, Hoover and Reagan were related. I know because I'm related to both of them. Hoover was my fifth great uncle. Reagan, you got Marion Morrison, which is John Wayne. He's in that ball of wax. All of them were from the same bloodlines. And they say presidents, they usually are picked out of the bloodlines. That just makes me wonder where Trump fell in there. But if you go back and look through some of his, he may have been. Don't know. Now, that's what they say. I don't know. I can't find any definitive proof about it, but I can't find anything to deny it either. So maybe you know something about that, D-Dog, because I have not been able to find anything on it.
No, I started digging into lineage on the presidents and everything else, and then when I came apart to the part where the Bush family and the Bin Laden family grew up together, that's when I was done. I didn't want to know anything else.
I bet. I got a funny story for you. There's a guy here in town that used to do auctions. He just passed away this year, I think it was, or in the last year. It's my brother's uncle, because me and my brother have different dads. And anyway, yeah, I've seen that too. I don't know how true it is, but I have seen that. He was a Freemason. But anyway, he was called across seas, him and 17 others. He was one of the ones picked to auction off Bin Laden's father's oil field equipment. 17, and this is back in the 70s. $17 billion worth of equipment was auctioned off for Osama bin Laden after his dad passed. 17 billion. That's a lot of damn money and a lot of equipment. They was quite the drilling companies. But, you know, when you own half the damn Middle East, I guess it would be. You know, you go in there, people said, no, you just put a bullet to them and you do it anyway. I mean, that's just how they was raised back then, even in the 80s. I mean, it's pretty bad when we go over to protect them oil wells and shit. If you're a person that's going to work on a pumping unit or compressor, you have to have armed guards around you 24/7. Because our company was offered a contract to go do them, and the boss turned him down because he had already been in that before, and he said, nope. I said, shit, I'll go do it. And he said, no, you won't, because I won't let you. He said, I've been around that shit too long. He said, they'll plug you in the middle of the night while you're sleeping. He says, I ain't going back into that. So we never did it. But man, that contract was, every one of us would have been rich if we'd have survived. Maybe that's what they're counting on. You won't survive. Get to the last one and don't survive. Don't have to pay it. Yep, Wheezy, we're being had worldwide. Well, I'll give it a couple more minutes, and I think I'm going to shut her down. Go grab me a drink, and then make sure anybody else got anything they want to say. And if there's another conversation we want to spark up, go for it. Fire it away.
So I'm glad you had a good Christmas, D-Dog.
Yep. Yeah, it had the whole herd here. All the kids, the grandbabies, and the great grandbaby.
Nice.
How many grandbabies you got?
7.
How many great grandbabies?
1.
Wow.
So now I have a favorite,
Okay.
the great grandbaby.
I bet. And how old is this one?
Year and a half.
Boy or girl?
Girl.
Okay. Likes old Pawpaw, huh? Good. Yeah, every time my daughter brings her kids down to see me, they don't want to go home. She says, "But you got school. Y'all need to go to school. Y'all love school." And they go, "Yeah, we love school, but we'll stay here with Pawpaw." They won't leave. I have to take them to the car to get them out. And one of them's 14 and one of them's like 7 or 8. So,
Yeah, 2 of the grandbabies turned 8 this year. So for Christmas, they end up getting their Remington 22 over 410.
oh, there you go. Nice. I didn't know you could still find them.
Oh yeah, you can find them everywhere. And for their, I had one turn 16, and for the 16th birthday, it's a Remington, 410 revolver.
It's a what?
410 revolver. It's a shotgun pistol.
Yeah, like the judge.
Right.
They'll shoot 410s or 45s.
Right.
All cold. Hopefully his doesn't shoot 45s.
And when they turn 18, they get a 1911.
There you go. S&W. 9, 45.
45.
Nice. No Glocks though, right?
We don't buy junk.
Well, and Glocks don't have any safeties either to speak of. The only way to keep them safe is don't load them.
But I like the 45, the 1911, because if you don't have the strength in your hand to depress that back safety, it ain't going to do nothing.
Yep. And they're heavy enough they don't kick real bad.
Yep.
That's like my Israel-made Desert Eagle. It's like a 9-pound gun, handgun.
Yep.
No kick, and it's the bottom slide that moves, not the top one. Love it. The American-made Desert Eagle is smaller, and you can feel a little bit of kick to it. And I don't like it it's not as impressive as the Israel-made one.
Right. I got the big 44 Desert Eagle. I love that thing.
That's one I got. The 44, and you can change it to 50 cal or 357.
Yeah.
Love it.
All depends what top end you're putting on it.
Yep. That and the piston. That 44. Is yours the Israel made too? Made my Maximum? Man, is that not one of the best guns ever made? You can pop it apart and clean it in 2 seconds and have it back together. I mean, in just minutes. Probably
I got the brushed nickel too, because I like that look best.
I do too, but mine was black. It's the only one I'd found, and it was offered to me, and I wasn't going to turn it down for the price. I mean, basically, it cost me it's a $1,600 gun, cost me $900 because that's all I paid for the pipe, and they needed pipe really bad. I didn't need the pipe. I was trying to get rid of it. So I gave him $1,600 with the pipe. That's what I just sold it to him for, the pipe. And he gave me that damn gun, and I was happy. Take it. Here, take that shit. Give me that damn gun. Had all the paperwork, had the original ballistic bullet to come out of it. I don't think he shot it but once or twice. He says, no, I haven't hardly shot it at all. He says, I just bought it because it was a good deal. And he's a gun collector. He's got like his spare bathroom. He tore out everything, tub and everything. That's his locker room. Nothing but guns. I mean, 200, 300, 400 guns just all over the walls and shit. It's an arsenal within itself. Yeah, discernment files. If you ever shoot a Desert Eagle, the 44, like me and D-Dog's talking about, you can go hunting boar with that damn thing. Guaranteed. It will punch a hole in that skull, which half the time rifles won't. It is one tough booger. How long you had your Desert Eagle?
Oh, shit. maybe 25 years, 20 years.
Wow. You shoot it quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
It is a fun gun to shoot.
but still
You damn
haven't worn it out.
I want to tell you, and you got to learn how to breathe when you first start shooting that dude, man, because it automatically starts pulling your hand out if you don't pay attention. Yeah, I want to tell you what, that's probably the best handgun I've ever owned, to be honest. Out of all of them I got Smith and Wesson beside me, I've got the Judge beside me, a 9 upstairs, I got a P95, but that one's my baby. That one is my top of the line go-to. I'm more accurate with my P95.
Well, maybe I'll send you the link where you can get the workings to turn that into a fully auto.
You know, somebody else sent me that too.
Mhm.
A guy that's here on the electric crew. He's the one that got me into this. I tried for 6 years to get in with this electric company. Finally, he comes along and decides he wants to use me, and he's head of all the substations. He's got 13 gun cabinets in his basement. His wife pulled out one to clean it, pulled out all the guns. There was 200 and some guns, rifles in that one cabinet, and he has 13 of them just stacked full. Handguns. So me and him do a lot of trading too at times. He always likes to buy my guns, but I won't trade him. Yeah, I think he's the one that sent me that too. But I try not to do fully automatic because I want to tell you what, that gun is too damn heavy to be fully
No,
automatic.
it's perfect.
Is it perfect?
Well, it depends on your clip, but on average, if you touch off all 15,
Mhm.
it will lean up and to the right about an inch at 25 feet.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. The way that cock's open. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, mine's got 50. I bought all 15 clips for mine. They was all 15 round clips.
Right.
Had
Most
one.
of mine are 15s. I think I got 118 and what's the other one? A 22.
Yeah, it's 22. Yeah, something like that. It's an odd number. Yeah. 21. It's a 21. One in the chamber will make 22.
Right. Well, if you don't have it loaded, it ain't worth having.
That's what even the sheriff's department and deputies say. What good's having a gun if the damn thing ain't loaded? If it ain't ready to go. Yes, discernment. It is a big gun.
We can't do that in Canada. Yeah, fuck off.
That's not even right.
I thought you get a chuckle out of that, you asshole.
They're having a hard time holding on to their shotguns now. Poor people.
Or even
Yeah, but
going
Smith-
after the turkey gun, for fuck's sake.
I want to tell you what, the Smith & Wesson 50 cal is a damn nice gun, but here's the thing. I don't think they got enough weight in that gun to handle that blast coming out the end. Unlike the Desert Eagle, it's got enough weight behind it. You can kind of control it. I don't know. I've shot a 50 cal Smith & Wesson, and there's some wicked guns. I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Anyway, I don't know if Devil Dog went to get his 50 cal or if he had a phone call pop in. I don't know what he was doing. Won't be long, though. We'll be shutting her down. We'll give it another 10, 15 minutes and we'll shut her down.
Yes, Kaiser Stone, they are.
Yeah, they have been for a while. That's what they was originally set up to do, and then they tried to build everybody in around it.
Yeah.
And then, America had to come along and throw a wrench in their gears, so that kind of screwed them.
Mm-hmm.
Now these other countries are going, hey, wait a minute. He D-Dog's eating a Pop-Tart, Red says. Maybe. He usually don't hide from that, though. He's pretty open about that.
Yeah. I think he got a call or something.
He must have, 'cause he didn't bail long, but someone had mentioned 50 cal, and he turned around like he had one laying there, and then hit mute in his camera.
Good
So
night,
anyway.
Annette. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Annette. There he is.
Yep, there I is.
Yeah, you disappeared for a second.
Yep.
It's all good.
No, I've gotten away from anything that has granulated sugar in it because I've been having memory loss problems.
Oh, really? So you get away from your Pop-Tarts, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
I make my own. I use cane sugar now.
Holy crap.
There you go.
So nobody buy Hostess stocks because they're going to be going down because I'm off Pop-Tarts.
So what made you figure out that it was your granule salts or sugars?
Because a good friend of mine that's actually a doctor that believes that he's there to help people, not just to make money from pharmaceuticals.
Right.
And him and I were just talking. I told him I have problems with memory retention and everything else. And then he sent me this big article through this one magazine having to do with granulated sugar and the nanoparticles that they put in it now ends up forming in the brain.
Right.
And it crystallizes and it severs nerve endings.
Now, is that the pineal gland that crystallizes? Calcium's over? Don't know. Because I was told apricot nectar will help break that calcium off your pineal gland, and it helps your memory real well. And there's a couple other things, but I remembered the apricot nectar because I can get that down at the store. Now, granted, you're going to find some sugars in it due to it is what it is. Because you don't want to drink the straight concentrate because that is some potent crap. But yeah, it helps break that off the pineal gland. And so that may be what he's talking about. Huh. Because I've been having the same damn problem. They say it usually happens with age because of the buildup of all the crap you put in your body. It finally builds up around that and does cause nerve damage.
The article he sent me is about Alzheimer's and what's the other one? Dementia, and the third one, Parkinson's.
Parkinson's, yes.
All three of those are a class or a type 3 diabetes. And they're
yes.
all from what's in the granulated sugar now.
Lovely. Lovely. So stick to pure cane sugar or nothing at all, or pure honey.
Yep.
And see, I use honey.
Pasteurized pure honey.
Yes. True pure honey, not this crap they're trying to sell you. It's a mark off of honey.
Well, don't buy the shit in the store. Go find a beekeeper and say, hey, just give it to me straight from the bee.
There you go. Here's the best way I always picture it. Honey, ever since I was a kid, I've seen it. It's white.
Mm-hmm.
It is not brown and see-through. That's syrup. True honey is white.
Well, that's
because
when all the good nutrients burned out of it. That's when it's clear.
Right. Yeah, that's refined. And I don't like refined. I like that pure natural. I mean, there's times you got to scoop it out with a damn spoon. That's good honey. And it don't hurt your teeth. It ain't bad for you. It's actually good for you. Yeah, I don't put sugar in my oatmeal anymore. I use honey. I don't use sugar for hardly anything. Now, I'll eat a Kit Kat every now and again or something like that, but I even quit drinking soda pop. Hell, I ain't had a soda pop. October was a year. October 4th was a year. So now I still drink a few beers. Not gonna lie about that. I'm a grown ass man. I feel I could do that. There's a lot of people out there say you shouldn't drink as they light up a joint. The hell's the difference?
Yeah, both of them come from nature.
Yeah. Yeah, mine comes from pure Rocky Mountain spring water, right there in Colorado. Mine cures a lot. Honey, raw, unrefined sugar, and monk fruit. Okay, Red?
Don't know what that is, but okay.
I don't know what monk fruit is.
Yep. And the professor said that honey takes on the color of the plants that the bees favor, which is true.
Yeah.
Certain times of year you'll actually have a pink colored honey.
Yeah, and it's usually a pasty instead of a syrupy.
Right.
That's how you can tell if it's refined or unrefined.
Yeah, and that's usually spring.
Yep. Yeah, when they start refining it, that's because they're trying to make it go further so they can sell more of it. Yeah, there's a lot of, and they say if you got allergies real bad in your area, start using the honey that's made in your area. It'll get rid of them damn allergies.
Yeah, that's why I always tell people, don't have honey sent to you. Go to a beekeeper in your area and buy it from him.
Yep. And I'm trying to think of one that may be in Oklahoma. I'll have to look it up, but I'm sure there's some here in Oklahoma. Southern Oklahoma, I'm sure. Or close enough here in Texas, since I'm 25 miles from the line,
Right.
they would have the same pollens that we have. Or even up in southwest Kansas, because it's only 20 miles to the border there. So,
Yeah, like
So I'm
I
sure-
have some pretty bad arthritis and stuff, and I go to this one beekeeper down the street from here, and he'll sting in between my knuckles, and I'll be good for 6 months with no pain.
oh, wow. You won't itch from the sting?
Well, for the first couple days, but after that, it's pain free.
Right.
I got to make sure that one finger works for when I'm turning left.
You hang it out the window?
Oh yeah.
You still use the old hand signals, huh?
Oh yeah. For that one asshole who has to run that yellow.
Yep.
But the cool thing is that their little car or motor vehicle, well, it has a license plate, so it's a motor vehicle. It's a commercial vehicle.
Right.
That they're too new that I'm not worried about my truck.
That's funny. Oh, I was trying to read Conservative Cowboys. It says, Maricopa County, Katie Hobbs seeks more than $500,000 for Hillary attorney Mark Elias in sanctions for Carrie Lake and her lawyers. And there's the link. Doesn't make it-
The Carrie Lake stuff is not done yet.
I don't think it is.
Well, it's not. She already said it's not.
Well, Let's hope she don't pull a Trump on this deal. Do what you can. I understand that. Yeah, and Hobbs should have never been. She should have had to recuse herself due to she's not only running the damn thing, but she's running in it. That's a conflict of interest within itself. And how they let that shit go, she should either step down from office and lost her seat to run for this, or she shouldn't have run at all. Period. That's how I feel. And here in Oklahoma, you couldn't do that and get away with it. They'd hang you up by your toenails.
Yeah, but you don't have a Maricopa County there.
Well, that's true. Yeah, because they pulled some shindigs over the last couple of years, haven't they?
Well, longer than that.
Yeah, I kind of figured she'd go to the appeals court. And if she can get it out of the state of Arizona, she might have a chance. As long as she's in Arizona, I have a feeling we're in purple, mostly blue now. She's banging her head on a wall.
Well, the appeals court can send it back to the lower court and tell them to relook at it. And that's what they usually do before they send it up.
Yeah, but to look at it, that don't mean anything has to change. They'll say, no, we consider this again. And no, we're not changing it.
Right. And then she files again. You know, filing with a federal court is no big deal. It's $421. That's all it is.
Yeah, you just pay your money and go on.
Right. A lot of times for your local community courts, it's more expensive to file there than to do a federal case.
That's true. Debbie McKenna, hello. Glad to see you. Sorry I missed you earlier. I was in the middle of a conversation. I apologize. Yeah, Tracy Norman, hello. What do you think her chances are, T-Dog, of actually getting this pulled off?
I don't know. Whenever someone shows me what she filed at the federal court, I'll be able to tell you.
Fair enough.
If she has a bunch of crap having to do with feelings, then it'll just be ignored.
Yep.
You know, like most of her stuff, because there's a lot of speculation in her original. That's why most of her complaints just, nope, that doesn't count. No standing, this, that, and the other. You know, what, 8 out of 10 the judge dismissed like nothing.
Right. Josie, and there was another one. Mike Demore, hello. I don't know if it'll go to the Supreme Court, to be honest. I really don't think it'll get that far. And then is the Supreme Court even going to hear it? You know, it should almost stay in the state. I mean, to be honest. Now, yeah, maybe it does need to go to the Supreme Court, but
well, the only thing that the Supreme Court can do is give an opinion if they broke the Constitution or not of Arizona.
Correct. and the state should be able to do that. You know, your appellate court should be able to handle that. And if they don't, then yeah, they probably need to be looked at being replaced also. Because they're supposed to read their own constitution and go by it. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, as far as everything having to do with election and voting.
Correct. Because the federal government has no say in that. It's all state.
Right. The only thing the federal government has any say over is for a federal election, they have to be 18.
Right. That's the only rule they can implement in a state election is for the federal election, the federal choice. Yes,
Yeah,
that is correct.
The state can still nullify that and make it so a 16-year-old can vote.
Really? Yeah, it's still up to the individual states. Say damn sure, you know, they act like they own the states, but here's the thing. they pretend they own them, but they damn sure don't want them to segregate because they know what they're losing. Then they can just tell them to go piss off on anything and everything. If they make enough money to support themselves, I'm almost to the point I think the state should do it anyway. Segregate, take care of themselves. Let the government see how much money they're going to lose because they're screwing us American people. And then they say, hey, we're sorry, we screwed up. Say, yeah, you are sorry, and you did screw up. You created this monster, live with it. Just my personal opinion. Yes, Kaiser so say, yeah, the DOJ tried to stick their nose in Arizona and they told them you had to pound sand. Yes, that is true. Well, Tracy, you know, if they do, that's going to be a something else.
Okay, Tracy, that sounds all nice and fine. But you don't want Trump to get re-inaugurated before January 21st.
Right. Because it doesn't mean anything if it is.
After January 21st, then he'll be able to run for 2024. If he's re-inaugurated on J6, then he won't.
Right. Yeah, he has to wait because he can only serve 2 years and he can run for another 4.
Right.
Yep. But anything before that, he only gets the 2 years and he's done.
Right.
So he can get 6 years plus his 4. That's 10 years total.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, but if it's 2 years and a day, then he can't run.
That's it. That's it. Yep. Yeah, so we better hope like Kelly don't get in January 6th that people want him back in for another 4-year stint after that.
Yeah.
He better wait till at least after the 21st. Now, I don't think the law is going to change, Kaiser. So say it's been in the Constitution for 246 years. It's going to be kind of hard to change that damn thing. It's actually been in there since, well, the Bill of Rights was written. I don't think that was 246 years ago. I think it's more like 244 years ago. Didn't it come out in 1778, the Bill of Rights?
Bill of Rights, 1787.
87. Okay. So, you know, it's going to be hard to change all the way back.
Even.
Huh?
December 15th, the Bill of Rights just had a birthday.
Okay, cool. So they're 4 days after mine. That's awesome.
You weren't born in 1787.
Well, yeah, the year's a little wrong. The year's a little wrong, but it's the same day of the year. It's in that same month of that year, or of a year.
Yeah.
Well, my numbers were getting pretty low on the charts, but they're climbing way the hell back up. So we'll go a little longer. Professor Falcon, I believe he was born in. Trust me, there's days that I feel like I was. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not, I'm 5 years older than Shane.
Yes. Yes. He is. He's 5 years older than me. And that man, he can run his fingers through his hair. I can too, but it's one at a time. Stop it. I've seen somebody to say hi to, and I need to. Mr. Young and Travis, hello. Travis, there's a lot of people that's gone over to prepping earlier at 8:15, 9:15. A gentleman passed away over the weekend, I guess it was. Dorinda, who was it? I can't remember his name.
Northern Preparedness. And
North
Prepping is
Shore.
doing a memorial. North Shore Preparedness. Sorry.
Yep.
The one I said
Yeah.
is the one I went to, and it was the wrong one. So there you go.
Yeah. North Shore was the one that passed away over the weekend. Another creator. He hung out at Preppings. So he was doing a tribute of some sort this
Yeah,
evening.
thank you, Professor. North Shore.
Yeah. Kaiser said just 6 years after Custer was shot. Tracy, yeah. D-Dog verified 1787, I do believe you said,
Yep.
that the Bill of Rights was formed.
1776 was the Declaration of Independence, which was on the 4th, but nobody knew about it until the 9th of July, because that's when it had its first public reading. But the document more important than any of those other ones is the Lee Resolution, which was ratified July 2nd of 1776, which is our actual separation from Great Britain. And it's where all the colonies became states.
Correct. What would they do if it went back to the 13 colonies and that's all they had? We'd have two different countries. All in the same country, all in the same platform. Be like Iraq and Iran.
Part of what I'm doing is I'm showing the states that want to listen that a state and a country is the same thing and how to regain their sovereignty.
Yep.
And United States of America is a nation, and it's a union of states, which is a union of countries.
Right. Arizona would be Mexico. I don't think they're going to give up that land, to be honest with you. I really don't think so. It's already trying to be overrun by them. Them in Texas and New Mexico. Joe C., you are correct. Yeah, Biden's supporting them more than he is our own America. But he's also supporting Ukrainians more than he is America, too. I mean, he's just...
Well, so is Congress.
Yes. Even the rhinos, even some of them that ain't rhinos. Anybody's just willing to suck somebody's ass to get a few bucks in their pocket. And I'm not for that. But who am I, I can write letters all day long. Half of them get thrown away, I'm sure, because I never hear a response. Ones I get a few FU letters back. I get a few bullshit letters that say a whole lot of nothing. We're trying our best. We're doing all we can. You haven't lifted a damn finger. Don't say you're trying your best. That means you're trying your best to ignore us. Yes, 18 rhinos voted for the last bill, and that was in the Senate alone. I ain't counting all the suck asses down in the House. And if McCarthy gets in there, you might as well bend over and grab your ankles. Hopefully Scalise gets in there. He's got to be better than McCarthy. McCarthy had his try. He screwed up 2 years and didn't do a damn thing. He pulled everything the Democrats wanted to the table and let it go through. I don't know if it's because he's from California or if he's just that big a piece of shit and he's on the take. Just an opinion of mine. I don't know. Somebody may disagree with me, but that's fine. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, Mr. Young, I think you need to read something, not eat something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably. Education's a good thing, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Self-education works real well too. So mine did not come from I would to dialogue with you. Does that mean you would like to visit with D-Dog? Because I could arrange that meeting, I'm pretty sure. As long as it's a discussion and not a bitch fest, because I'm not going to do that on my show. Now, if it's an honest,
Clearly, my reading isn't right.
Well, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
yeah, Mr. Young, if you wanted to have a visit with him, I'm sure I could arrange it. But here's the problem: like I said, I won't take no disrespect from either side. I'm not going to pick on you. I just won't do it. But if you wanted to have a discussion, a true debate, that's awesome. It's always good to have them. But Professor,
I'm not going to waste my time to debate with one person.
there you go. Okay, fair enough. Okay, that's off the table. You're gone. You're done. Thank you.
Well, you don't have to get rid of him. Let him have his First
D-Dog.
Amendment. He can put in whatever he wants. It's not going to phase me.
Okay. I think he's already been gotten rid of. I know
D-Dog,
he's been hit.
conservative,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Brenda.
conservative asked if you've seen his question. Did you see conservative's question to you, D-Dog?
What about Terry Lake at
pulled up right now. I can read it for you if you
at
would
the
like.
Supreme Court?
Yes.
Yeah, I already brought that up. That the most the Supreme Court can do for her is to come up with an opinion if what they've done is constitutional or not, according to Arizona's constitution. Which it would just kick it back to the state.
Yeah, that's the one thing about the Supreme Court. They're basically the only reason they're there is just to check the bills that come out of the House and Senate to make sure they follow the Constitution.
Right.
That's basically their main job. Now they will take courts that come up through the appellate courts and all through the appeals. But then they're going to have to go look up the state that they're coming out of and where it's coming out of and make sure they know all their Constitution there. And they're just going to go by what it says. And I mean, the appellate court can do that. The appeals court can do that. You can go look at the Constitution, make the same damn decision you're going to get from the Supreme Court. That's why a lot of these don't ever make it to the Supreme Court. And half the time they won't see it because if it's a state matter, there's no reason they really have to get into it. The Supreme Court's just going to give an opinion and, like D-Dog says, send it right back down. Right back to the state anyway. So the people in the state just need to do the damn job and do it correctly. I mean, that's pretty simple, I would think. You're hired to do a job, do that job. You got one job to do. Let's do it. If you're told to go fix a flat on a car, you go fix a flat. You don't go look at it and debate about it. You fix the damn flat. And then you go on. Yes, Travis, that is it. It's cut and dry. Tracy Norman, if Trump never conceded who is president now, whether he concedes or not, it's all in the eyes of the powers that be. And the powers that supposedly be see Biden is the number one potato in charge. Our
Resident.
ununiter and thief. Yeah, cameraman. Nope, I'll call repairman. Yeah. That's fine. As long as it gets done, that's the main thing. You don't have a flat. Well, that's good, Travis. Hope no one has a flat, especially this time of year. It's a little chilly. So anyway, yeah, there's so many things that people have been told, just like me. I believed everything I was told growing up about the government, and you only got to do three things: live, die, and pay taxes. I was told that bullshit lie. Two of them I believe in. Live and die. But yeah, there's so many bullshit lies out there that people just really got to. Don't take somebody else's word for anything that anybody says. Always go back and read it your damn self and see what you get out of it. That's the biggest thing. And trust me, D-Dog hit me over the head a couple times a couple years ago. It made me pay attention on some of the things I thought I knew. So I went back and looked at some of it, and obviously he was correct. Cameraman, I know exactly what you're saying.
Everyone has some of these, right?
Yep. Yep. I get mine from Hillsdale. Is that what yours is from?
No, I buy these direct.
See, mine are all free. I can get as many as I want for free through Hillsdale.
I buy 1,000 at a time for $0.25 a piece.
Oh shit, that ain't bad. $250.
Yeah, but 1,000 of them is what a standard graduating class at a high school is.
That's some big ass schools because we don't have none of them right here now in Oklahoma City and Tulsa. Yeah, most of these, you got a graduating class of 20, 30 people. So, yeah, $250 ain't bad. Trust me. I bought badges. It costs more than that. Boy, wasn't that a waste of money?
Badges. We don't need no stinking badges.
Yeah.
You know which ones I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
God. Sound like you got close. Anyway, yeah, it's yeah, we don't need no badges. Ace, how you doing? Good morning
Hello,
to
Ace.
you. I hope you had a nice warm wake up this morning, unlike the rest of us. Kind of chilly around parts of the United States.
Crap.
I got a badge. It's called 9mm. Yep. It's kind of hard to wear on your chest, but hey, it can happen. If you got the right flak jacket, it can at least be held on your upper stomach. Yeah, Rob's not in right now. Like I said, he took his wife out to eat. Ace. He didn't figure he'd be back in time. So I just hope they had a good time, had some good dinner. Good, Ace. That's good to hear. Yeah, we're supposed to be in the 60s for highs all week. The rest of this week, starting tomorrow. So that'll be nice. So I'm sick of these teens and negatives. That's for sure.
Yep. Sharon, the form to stop your withholdings out of your paycheck. I can't remember which W-4 it is, but it's one of those. There's a W-4 that actually stops all your withholdings.
W4E, I think it is.
I can't say which one for sure,
I'll
but I
have to
know
get-
it's one of the W-4s.
Yeah, I'll get my book open tomorrow and I'll look that up. So,
Yeah.
so I plan on doing a thing on taxes this week. If you want to join in, that would be wonderful.
Taxes, we don't need no stinking taxes.
I know that shit's right. That's why I tell people, if you ever sign a W-2 or W-4 or 1099, you automatically are telling the government you owe them money, so they're going to come looking for it. And if you don't sign them, are you admitting guilt? No. You just don't owe them anything. Now, if they're taking it out of your payroll, that's where you have to fight with your employer and show them there is no law saying they have to take it out. The original tax was designed to go against the employer if they had 100 or more people, and they would take taxes from them because people's making them money and they're not having to do it themselves. The employee never got charged for that tax because most of them back then, they were called slaves. So they didn't ever get charged taxes, but they got maybe some of their food rationed or something like that. It was taken out a different way. So taxes got screwed up along the way as this shit went to rot in D.C. Taxes were never meant to be on the individual. The employers had to pay tax if they had 100 or more. The states had to pay. You had to pay the state. That's it. Bingo. And then the states are supposed to pay taxes to the federal government if they want to be part of the union. Period. That's the bottom line. That's all it's supposed to go. That's as far as it's supposed to go. Well, the IRS designed a way to bend you over and get it from everybody. So then the employers decided, well, we got to pay all this tax to the state and the federal government, so we're going to charge you to make up for our loss. Well, there should have been a law against that right off the bat, and I think there is, to be honest with you. I'll have to look that up, but I don't. People have mistaken about, that's why they say taxes are volunteer. And people go, well, if they're volunteer, how can you get thrown in jail? Because you keep signing that damn piece of paper saying you owe them. If you tell somebody you owe them something, they're going to come collect. Period. That's the bottom line. I think somebody say something to me a second ago. I need to catch it. Well, I must have missed it. Oh, okay, Ace. If you're not feeling well, that's all good. I hope you get to feeling better. Sharon Smith, you want me to send you an invite? Okay, I'll see what I can do. Yeah, Travis, there's a lot of money. People don't realize how much money you really spend on taxes. I mean, you get, and that's a stupid thing. They take out taxes, and then you go down to the grocery store, they take out more taxes. And at the end of the year, they want more taxes. And I mean, it's everything you do is tax, tax, tax. And you get inflation, which is another form of tax. You got interest on money you borrow, which is another form of tax. It just never ends. Lady North, hello. I'm glad you're enjoying the show.
Conservative cowboy. The 16th Amendment, not only is it unconstitutionally passed, and it's because it was improperly ratified, but it was also improperly presented.
Yep.
And the 17th Amendment's even worse.
I don't know which day I'm going to do it yet, Sharon, but I'm going to do one day where I'm going to have to crack my book open. I want to get it all marked. But one day, I'm hoping this week, it may be the first of next week. Sometime by Wednesday next week, I'm going to do a deal on taxes, and I'm going to go over and I'm going to read exactly what it says right out of the tax books. Not that little 80-page pamphlet that these call centers get, that when you call them, that's all they got to go by. That's their guidelines, 80 pages. When if you was to stack up the tax laws, you'd have two 12-foot stacks. 12-foot tall stacks of paper, leaflets. And there's one stack that's missing even. And that's the 1100 series. And that's where they buried all the goodies that they don't want you to know about. I've got a guy that has a copy of the 1100 series. Very hard to get, not cheap, and you better damn sure know somebody. Now, he can give me the information, but he can give me knowledge of the information, but he can't let me have it. That's just part of how his deal went, which is fair enough. But he's put most of it in a book, and he sent me a book. So I am going to do a little. It's not going to be a school. I'm just going to walk through just like I always do when someone gets off on taxes. I listen to them, and it's a bullshit lie. And they call people something they're not. And most of them they get called a citizen, and the definition of citizen was declined or declared by, since there was no definition for them terms in the tax book, it had to go to the Supreme Court, or not Supreme Court, but it had to go to the House of Representatives and the Senate to get a definition put on that word in that tax book. And a citizen means you work for the government or drive for the government, and you're paid by the government. Period. That's what citizen stood for. Period. If you work for hire, that is a citizen. You're driving up and down the road by your damn self in your own motor vehicle that you paid for, that's a consumer good. That does not mean it's a motorized vehicle. You have the right to travel. D-Dog can tell you more about that too. You have the right to travel without all the inconveniences of, I'm going to say it, without a tag, without a license, without insurance. You do not have to have, I'm not telling everybody to run drop that shit, because you know some of these states are still dickheads about it. It's going to cost you a lot of damn money. But until everybody realizes how bad we've been screwed and we've let them screw us, what do we do? Sorry, D-Dog. Do you have anything to add to that?
Nope.
Okay. Was I out of line?
Nope.
Okay. Yes, in the Fed is one of the best things that could ever happen. The federal government, or the feds, the IRS actually. The IRS was designed by the bank that ain't even owned, the Federal Reserve, ain't even owned by the United States. And now the government's trying to hire 87,000 more people for a company that ain't even owned by the United States. And now how's that going to work? That don't make no damn sense in my mind. I mean, I don't see anybody hiring somebody to come help me with scrap iron or build houses. So it don't make no sense why the government's going to hire for the Federal Reserve to hire 87,000 agents to go pick on people. And now they're cutting it even less, $600. Now they're I seen something on. I need to go back and read it again. I seen it today. It's even going to be less than that here before too long. They're tightening it down all the way. Pretty much it's going to be $0 moving in and out of a bank. They want to know about it. Zero. So I don't know. Red, and yes, I'm a constitutional servant with a big boot. Give him the boot, Red. Give him the boot. So anyway, no, D-Dog, you're welcome back up here anytime.
Shane?
Yes, sir.
Shane,
I need
in private chat, I just dropped a link for all the different tax documents and what they're actually for.
All right, let me pop over here real quick and save this link.
we'll put it in a regular chat too for everybody. But that's where you'll realize that the W-2, W-4, and the 1099 are all class 5 tax documents for compensation and gift. That's not income, but everyone claims it as income, and I don't know why.
Right?
A W-3 is the only thing that's actually considered income.
Yes.
And I don't know anyone that's in that tax bracket.
I know, and that's it. 1% are. Period. I'm trying to figure out how to copy this damn thing over there. Copy link. Okay. I don't know how to uncopy it, but I'll figure it out, I hope. Paste. Try that. There we go. All right. I dropped it in public chat too. So there it is. Hang on, D-Dog. Type something in the damn chat. Not the private.
So type something in the damn chat.
I knew you was good. Yeah, as soon as I seen it, see it, there it is. All right. Type something else in there now.
I'll be right back.
I did as I was told, right?
You're right. Something in the damn chat. Yeah, Travis was right behind above you going, something in the damn chat.
Well,
Lauren
even
Bryce,
if you
yeah,
search,
right. Do what?
even if you search YouTube, you can find 3 different directors of the IRS in front of Congress 4 different times, stating that taxation of the people is a voluntary association.
Yep. Yep. It's everywhere you go. And people don't realize they go, well, it's voluntary, we ain't going to do it. But then they sign them no piece of paper and then they go on and they can't go understand why they're in big trouble. But then they got to figure out how to fight it with their bosses if they're employed by somebody else.
And it is the W-4E that
I thought
stops
so.
withholdings.
I thought so. And your employers, I guarantee you bring it up to them, I guarantee they're going to throw a wild ass fit. You're going to get me in trouble. Bullshit. Look up the law. It's W-4E. It's their form. How in the hell are you going to get in trouble? It's their form. Type something else in the chat and look and see what it says, D-Dog. I need to see it. I modded you. I didn't realize you was unmodded. Yeah, you're modded. There it is.
That's what you asked for, right?
Yes, that's exactly what I asked for. You mind good. No wonder your grandkids like you.
My grandbabies love me.
No, I bet. Joe C., what is a mod? It's a moderator. That way he can drop stuff in the chat, like some of this information. Because without being it won't highlight it if you're not a a moderator. And if somebody gets out of line, they can boot their ass too.
So Carol Z knows a guy that hasn't filed taxes for 5 years.
Hey, Carol
Have you
Z,
ever met anyone that's never filed taxes?
Carol Z, I went for 15 years without filing any, and I went for a couple years filing while I was married, 10 years or so. I haven't filed in 5 years since. So, and I'm not trying to avoid anything. It's just, if somebody comes out, you're mowing a yard, they come out and give you $20 for mowing a yard. You can go turn that into your account and let the government have half of it. That's just
No,
dumb as shit.
That's not income. You're not selling a product. What
No.
you're doing is getting compensated for your time.
Well, yeah, it's a consumer good, which is my knowledge or my ability to do something for yours. That's it.
Consumer good is different than a service.
Well, that is true. That is true. Yep, that is true. Yeah, and I can't remember how that's worded in that book. I'm going to have to get that book out and start labeling it so I can break right down to the page. It's 493 pages long, I do believe. Took me 4 days to read because I was busy. Had my guys working and hunting fish 910. Hello. Who's hitting me up now?
Yeah, the fishing license and hunting license, I've never done those either.
Really?
Yep. And I always get a deer in late July, early August. And I don't even use my car for it.
Really? Huh.
Well, I'm on 10 acres.
Right. Yeah, you can fish on your own land all you want. You can hunt on your own land all you want.
Yep.
Have a buddy go spook it off somebody else's land onto yours. It's all good. I have got to step away, ladies and gentlemen, for a second, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, Carol Z, I haven't investigated much into that. But the time I was in the Marine Corps is the only time I paid taxes, but I never filled out a form. And let's see, every 10 years or whatever, they tell me that I'm going to get like $117 on retirement whenever I get, old. I'm up in Michigan.
Hello, Hunt and Fish 910. Good to see you. Anyone else I missed? Hello.
All right. Sorry. I'm back.
Now, if you go on to state land or federal land for hunting, you need to be papered up.
Yes. Private land, you do not.
Right.
Yeah, or if the land's marked, do not hunt or trespass without written permission, then you'll have to have them sign a piece of paper. As long as it's on private land, you're pretty much good out here in Oklahoma.
Well, yeah, you got to make sure you have it documented too.
Yep, that's it. They say, well, it's only for your private land. No, that's a bullshit lie they tell you in Oklahoma. That is not correct. Any private land in Oklahoma, if you got written permission to be on there, you can hunt without a license. But a lot of people just go along with the law and do what they're told. Good little sheep.
Okay. I just had that up the other day. And court case having to do with hunting on your own land. Harboring aliens.
Which one you look for hunting on your own land?
It's actually in a case having to do with the right to travel.
Okay.
The state may convert a liberty into a privilege. I think it's Sothersworth versus City of Birmingham. You can ignore the license and engage in the right with impunity.
Okay.
That's actually a hunting case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's legal in any state to hunt on your own property or private land if it's for well-being, for food or shelter or protection. I think you can do that in pretty much any state. Now, I may be mistaken. I know in Oklahoma you can.
Yep. Yep. That's that one case. And let's see if I can get the other case. Yeah. Murdoch versus Pennsylvania. One of those two actually is a hunting case.
Yeah, Murdoch versus Pennsylvania, I do believe, because I think I've read that one. I remember the Murdoch case. That's an old case, too.
Yep.
Was that in the 60s?
I can't remember. I've been on so many different cases this last month.
No, I bet. Yeah, Murdoch versus Pennsylvania. Yeah, that was. Hey, Larry P. Yeah, I remember that one. Why I come across, I have no clue. Maybe it's some of my readings. But yeah, I remember reading that. But that's been 2 years ago too. For me, like I said, I say 2 years ago. It's been since June of last year, or was it this year? This year, I gave up all my research for a while. I was pissed. I was done. I wasn't going to do this shit anymore. I was just hung out a couple other channels. That's all I was going to do. And I was coaxed into doing my own, so I said to hell with it and did it. Anyway, we're going to go just a few more minutes. We're probably going to shut her down. I've already kept my mods late this evening. Usually close at 9, but it's been a few days since I've been on, so I wanted to give everybody. I mean, we've had an awesome crowd. The chat's been lively. They've been great. Haven't had a lot of trouble out there. Just one little shit starter. So, it's been a really great evening, and I'm glad that everybody come in. Go ahead, Brenda. 2?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 2. That ain't bad.
No.
I mean, we've held over 100.
The second one didn't have a chance.
Yeah. Well, we've held over 100 pretty much all night, so that's a good day for me. I feel that's very good.
You
So
did
apparently
awesome
people-
tonight.
I think people are sticking around, hanging around, liking it. So that's what I enjoy. I don't mind them coming and going because the
Mhm.
fluctuation just gives more views, but still, I like it when people come and stay because that means I'm not boring them to death with my lame ass conversations. D-Dog's the only one that goes to sleep on me when I talk, so it's all good.
You don't have lame ass conversations 99% of the time. Just saying.
Yeah,
D-Dog's
Sharon,
keeping-
all you have to do is know your status. You don't have to do the American national thing. You don't have to be sovereign citizen. You don't have to be a Moor. You don't have to be a state citizen. You don't have to do any of that nonsense paperwork.
Right.
If you can realize and prove that you're a human, you're way above everybody.
Pretty much. And all the rights that you own are the ones that God give you, not the ones the government allows you. They're trying to take all them godly rights away. Yes, camper man, I get you 98% of the time. That's better than some, I guess.
I said 90 something too, so hey.
Yeah, you said 99, so yeah. Hey, that's the best days I've ever had because trust me, they weren't that way in school. I didn't ever I didn't never even want to learn until after I was out of high school, and then I was like a sponge. I couldn't stand high school other than just chasing tail.
I just got high.
Okay. Hope that works out for you.
Well, in high school, it did fine.
Yeah, see, Red said a mouthful. Yeah, I like what she said. Enjoyed you on panel, D-Dog. Hope
Well,
you come back
if
again.
if she enjoyed me on panel, now she's not enjoying me, so I should just leave.
Yeah, enjoyed is past tense, right?
You're right. Everything is verbiage, damn it.
Yeah. Damn it, woman. You screwed it up for me. I almost have him back. You just run him off.
Now that's what I've been talking about 2 years ago is verbiage.
I'm going to have to scold her, ain't I?
No. Red's good people, leave her alone.
Oh, I know it. She's awesome. She's awesome. Yeah, D-Dog's a great person to have a conversation with if you want intelligent conversation, I promise. When it
Yeah,
comes to
unless I'm in one of
Constitution-
my moods.
But then you're a lot of fun to hang around too.
Because I got a teddy bear and a pole over here, so it could get weird.
We've been there a couple nights.
We've been there. We've done that.
Yep. Conservative Cowboys says Shane and D-Dog, you remember December 25th, 246 years ago, Washington crossing the Delaware? Yeah, I remember watching it with the binoculars. I remember reading about it. Yes, I do.
Yes, Jim. I agree with you. Hello, Jim.
Jim, hello.
It was called high school because so many people got high. And in the 70s, we got freaking high.
Damn near flower children.
Now, how come when the federal government kind of tried to take charge of schooling, it went from 8th grade and out, then to college, and then you had to do all the way to 12th grade?
Good question.
Dude,
More
they wanted your
indoctrination.
money. They wanted you there so they could get the money.
What's your theory on that?
Well, a graduate of high school now in America is doing reading, math, and comprehension at a second grade level in 1800.
Yep. Exactly correct. Yep. Get this. The kids, some of the kids here in our local school, it's been several years back now because I was married and her boy would bring home books I used in high school and he was still in junior high. But I used them in high school. So they had reverted some of it back and started teaching them a little earlier, which is good. I like that. But I still think in life, you know, other than a little bit of history, which makes sure the shit's true before you teach it, reading, writing, and arithmetics is the main three things you need to survive in life. History is good to know when you're ready for it because you know, there you go, right there.
That teaches you all that stuff.
Right there. And that is what's the name of that book, D-Dog?
What, the Bible?
Yeah, it's the Bible. It's
This one's the Founder's Bible.
Yes, the Founder's Bible. Yes. Collector's edition. Leather bound.
Yeah, I got the soft leather one. So I like that a little bit better than the hard leather.
Yep. Well, and it's more forgiving. Won't break down as quick, that's for sure.
Right.
But anyway, I think we're about to wrap this up. Like I said, we'll go 10 more minutes. We'll get to 10:30 and we're going to call her quits. I've already kept my mods too long and I don't want to be cranky with me.
Hello, Hawk. Great to see you.
Hawk, how you doing?
Well, how about that?
Recruiters, American government.
This is a 1985 book for school.
Wow.
And here's something you don't see in any books now. That's called a footnote.
Yeah, it's a footnote. Yeah, we used to have lots of them in high school.
I got books from like 1880 where a quarter of the page is footnotes on every page.
Oh, I know it. Almost like the Bible. Yep. 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 I remember reading more about the damn footnotes than I did the Bible on half of it. Because that's where all the stuff I could understand was down in the footnotes.
Yeah. All the Bibles I have the center column in it.
Yes.
So
yes.
when you're reading a scripture, you can go to the center and you can find another scripture that says the same thing, but it's worded different if you don't quite get it.
Right. Right. Yeah, I remember that. So yeah, that was yeah, you lose in footnotes, you lose the meaning of a lot of shit. I can promise. Because a lot of the writing was the wording was so different back then and now. And a lot of people haven't been translated the old version to the new. They just got this new version. That's all they know. So it's very hard for them to grasp when they give up on trying to learn. So if you got to learn, you know, you got to go to that footnotes and really study that to understand what they're trying to say. And that was my biggest thing about reading the Bible was I really had to study them footnotes. And then it was hard for me to grasp because there's so much information in there. And you just sit down and read the whole damn book, you're going to be there a week or two, 3. But you're only going to remember maybe 10% of it. There's so much information in that damn thing. I don't care if you read it 3 times. Okay, maybe you have 30% by the 3rd time. It takes a lot of studying on that book.
Yeah, a lot of older books that we have at the house, they have, instead of having 2 S's in a word, it has 2 F's. Or instead of a U, it's got a V.
Uh-huh.
And my kids and grandkids all know how to read the Old English way.
Nice. See, and I got a question about that because I've seen a coin, and some of the old coins are marked this way. It says, "In God we trust," but the U is a V. Why
Yep.
is that? Why is that?
Because when you used to do cursive,
Uh huh.
the R and the U,
Uh huh.
it kind of looks like two R's.
Uh
And
huh.
if you do an R to a V, then you can see a difference.
Okay. Okay.
On my
Okay.
on my public school, it had PVBLIC school.
That's just the Old English way of writing it.
Okay.
Just like class was CLAFF,
Huh.
because the A and the S's in cursive look the same.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Yep. Yeah, the capital A's and the capital S's looked like almost identical. It's all in how you finished your stroke.
Yep.
Yep. Interesting. So I'd never seen class writ with two F's. But it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Makes damn good sense. Okay. Like I said, I learn shit every day. Especially when you're around. I got a lot of good people around me and I learn a lot. And the good thing is I know how to listen. A lot of people hear you, but they never listen to a damn thing you say. Hearing sounds one thing. Hearing the message is something else.
Yep.
Well, that kind of goes with that scripture I put into Rob's yesterday. That note's over there at the other desk. Just a minute.
Not many, Jim Boswell. They all go to H&R Block. Me too.
Yeah, James 1:22. But be doers of the word and not hearers only.
Right. Right. Sorry, eating a Kit Kat. One of those almond white ones. Had to have a little something in me. Yeah, if you spell your name in all caps, yeah, that goes back to some more of that sovereignty shit.
No,
You gotta be careful. Go ahead.
that goes to being a corporation and being property.
Yep.
And that all started back in 1308 in the Vatican. And then it got reintroduced and readopted by British Parliament in 1666.
Yep. Yeah, it goes back a long way. Yep, that's how they owned your ass till 1979, I think it was. Everybody's name was on the damn birth certificate, all in caps. That's your stick man figure is what they call it. Your stick man.
Well, it still turns around and makes you a 14th Amendment citizen, which gives you almost no rights and makes you property.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. That's true. That's the funny thing about all the amendments. They're hard to follow on some of them, but they're in there for a reason. If you don't read them, you don't know what you're missing. And if you don't understand them, at least read them, get the knowledge of it. Then you can ask somebody like D-Dog or somebody that really knows it well and understands it, and they can explain it to you. And It works out so much better when you understand what you know instead of just knowing something, not understanding what it means. You can know everything in the world, but if you don't understand what it means, you ain't doing yourself a damn bit of good.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we got about 4 minutes. So I'm going to shut her down. Like I said, I've kept my mods long enough tonight. David Barton's Founder's Bible, the Founder's Bible.
Yep.
Conservative Cowboy put out the link.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
he put
know.
out another link earlier, but it was an Amazon link, and Red talked to him, so he put the other link out.
Oh, okay.
Red dropped a link for wall builders.
Yeah.
Oh, wall builders? Yeah.
Yep.
Which one do you got?
I buy a lot of stuff at that site and at what's that other one? Sharetheconstitution.com.
Okay.
That's where I get these.
Right.
And they have a really nice Constitution course for $50 that they'll send to you.
Nice. All over the internet?
No, you physically have it.
Okay. Okay.
I think I got like 50 sets, and I gave them all to sheriffs. You know, when you're done researching it, give it back to me.
There you go.
Yep.
They return them?
A few of them have sent me $50.
They like them, huh?
I'm sorry, you're not getting this back. Okay.
Well, hey, here's the thing. That means that's a good thing because that means they didn't realize the power they really had. So they're really into that. And they're going to start flexing their muscle a little bit. And that's a good sign. Because all you have to do is whip out the Constitution. And there you go.
And I also give them this every now and then.
Right? Christmas gifts.
And I have the sheriff go through it. And this is actually a workbook.
Oh, nice.
And next thing I know, they're getting a hold of David Barton, seeing if they can get X amount of books, and they put the whole force through the class.
Nice. Nice. Huh. Well,
That's
good.
awesome.
Yep.
Thank you for all that you do, D-Dog. Thank you.
Yep. That ain't no doubt. Like I said, I've always got along with him. I always enjoy his knowledge.
Well, I do it for my kids because they don't want to move to Panama with me.
I understand that. Well, I don't think Panama would be such a bad place, really. The weather's a damn like nicer. Deal with a few coral snakes, but hell, that's all good. Deal with snakes here. And a coral snake ain't nothing like a rattlesnake. It's not an aggressive snake unless you get in its territory. You step on its nest. Yeah, you step on it or you. Yeah. Other than that, it's just like a rattlesnake. They ain't gonna fuck with you as long as you ain't jacking with them. Yes, Jim Boswell. D-Dog is a great panel guest. He always has been. It's very hard to get him. But when we do, we cherish it. We enjoy it. He's a wealth of knowledge. Now, hopefully he can get out of that room he's in. His head's going to swell up so damn big. But
well, I came up and you stayed on an hour and a half longer than you planned.
Yeah, something like that. So there's some good kudos. I used to do 2 hours, 7 to 9. This one run to 10:30. So yeah, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I said, it's not very often I get to talk to you anymore. Hell, I don't think we really talked since I think it was Checker Bodies a little bit there, here and there. Travis, D-Dog is loony. Just kidding.
I'm
Thank you, Q
good.
City. I feel it was a great show too. Thank you.
Hey, Travis, you dropped something.
I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. It was awesome to have you all here. We appreciate you more than you'll ever know.
Oh,
I hope
absolutely.
you have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut her down, guys. So, Red, if you've got a minute, I need to speak with you. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and shut down the live, and we will talk to you all tomorrow night. Oh, go ahead, Dito.
If you don't know your rights, you don't know what to protect.
Bingo. That's what I love about this guy right there. He says it like it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Have a great evening, and the rest of it, get you some good rest, and we'll see you tomorrow.